That's why they downgraded relations with Saudi Arabia. I'm talking about Obama here. That's why he downgraded relations with Saudi. That's why he downgraded relations with Israel. And this is the reason why when Donald Trump became president, his first official trip as commander-in-chief was to Saudi Arabia. On that same trip, he also went to Israel. So Donald Trump's purpose was to restore the traditional U.S. alliance system that Obama undid. Now, Joe Biden, of course, has returned it to Obama's order of the Middle East, which is to prioritize relations with Iran. Well, you put your finger. Did they want to give this regime, the world's leading state sponsor of terror, not only the billions of dollars, but why did they want to legalize its nuclear weapons program? Because it considers it a friendly regime. You don't make available hundreds of billions of dollars to a regime that you perceive as adversarial. They saw the Iranians as their new best friend. That's why they did it. Now, hundreds of billions of dollars, because we're going back to the Obama administration and the sanctions relief. But I'm sure your listeners have been following, and they know that in the last month alone, the Biden administration has made $16 billion available to Iran, right? 16 billion. 10 billion available from Iraq, and another 6 from South Korea, right? Again, what does this signal? It signals that it considers the Iranians friends. Again, this is one of the reasons, the main reason why
it's a little chilly today.
Iranian involvement in the attacks in Israel. It's
all right, Azores, new country.
Because they don't want to be called out for it. But this is the fact. The Biden administration, like Obama before it, wants to partner with this bloodthirsty, vicious, anti-American regime that embodies anti-Semitism.
Now, Obama today released a statement that's just, we support Israel, blah, blah, blah. But the actions don't say that. Right. The actions speak to where the money flows. You follow the money. And you also follow, look, Lee, at the time, I remember.
And then the 10 minutes.
I remember it was you. And there
Hello, Autism Radio. Yeah, you're the first one today. I just came on for a while because I'm cleaning up here. So I said, let me do a live stream while I pick up this place today.
This actually codifies.
I clean up a little bit here. Hey, hello, Bobby. WA5107 SWL from Morgan City, Louisiana.
The thinking of the Obama and now the Biden administration. How do they see this working out for good in any scenario?
One of the things I think it's important. I think we have more context for this now, right? Because people have been asking me this question for a decade, rightly so. It seems so strange. Why does the President of the United States want to make sure that a regime like Iran has a nuclear weapons program, the most destructive weapon known to mankind? Why? Well, unfortunately, we're seeing the same people tear apart the United States. We might as well ask, as we should, why has the Biden administration opened our southern border?
All right.
So
hope the scream didn't.
7 to 10 million illegals.
Hope the scream didn't went dead on me.
We're talking about a very destructive and very pathological regime. And
trying to pick up here.
It's going to sound strange to a lot of your listeners, but it's very important again to see this.
Wrapping up this quote on the vacuum.
Right now, the people who are running the government of the United States, what they're doing. That's how we need to understand the Iran deal, the support for Iran, the billions of dollars that the United States or the Obama, now the Biden administration has made available to Iranians. Tragically, our great country is being led by a very sick cadre of human beings.
Lee, I'm going to have to leave it there for the day. Right now, inviting you back as soon as we can arrange it. This deserves much more discussion. Thank you, Lee. And
thank you,
tabletmag.com, folks. Check out Lee's work. It is important. Procol Harum, you know this song, Whiter Shade of Pale. Birthday today, Alan Cartwright, the bassist for Procol Harum on WABC.
WABC! WABC!
The Rush Hour with Bo Snerdley on 77 WABC. This is the 77 WABC.
All right, man, I gotta put some deoxit on that Grundig 800. It's like scratchy. Yeah, right there.
Session. Still assessing the global impact of the conflict in the Middle East. The Dow of 130 points, the S&P of 22. That's a gain.
WABC. Talk radio, WABC. Yeah, 77 WABC. You picked that up. I know you pick it up there, Massachusetts. Yeah, of course, Massachusetts. You pick it up like nothing. You probably pick it up right now, right? 449 here in Yonkers, New York. 4 people watching. 2 likes. Thank you for watching. Yeah, so yeah, well, Massachusetts. Yeah, it's right there. You should be able to pick it up. It's a powerhouse. What is your local station on 770? What do you normally get autism? Is it just WABC? Oh, yeah, I could DX stations. Not 770, because of course it's WABC, but 760, I pick up. 760, I pick up, I believe, Chicago. 760. I was going to do that today. Actually, I was thinking about doing my SDR today, and I would have DX today. But I'm doing the FT8 thing and all that. And I said, let me just do FT8 today. Today's a beautiful day. It's a little chilly. But it's a beautiful day today. So I don't care. At night. When you meeting with DX, when you want to get distance station, you have to wait till it gets dark. Usually at night. Like right now, I'll show you. Right now, I'll show you. This I'm trying to get a stand for this webcam. Oh Jesus Christ, with this Microsoft crap. Oh God, no, dismiss, man. So I'm trying to get a stand for a boom, one of these boom arms, but for the webcam, so I can do a boom and put it right there. But anyway, I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna stand up. I'll stand up. Let me just move the chair. I need to get off my tuchus anyway. All right, let's stand up today from the get-go. Hopefully nothing. Well, okay, something stopped it. Okay. You have to do it safely because sometimes it'll pull something up. So now the table's lifted, so you should be able to see the. I don't know if you can see it or not. Jesus Christ, there's a problem with this. I could try another radio. Anyway, I could try another radio. See, that's why I need to get the boom. I'll do it with this one. Oh no, I'm using the. I can't do it with that one because I'm using the FTA. Oh God, you know what? You should be able to see the dial. You should be able to see the dial. If I turn it on, can you see the dial?
Perform life-saving cardiac surgery. No day.
Can you see the dial? 770.
Which is why we're among the best hospitals anywhere. It just so happens.
Okay. So we're gonna do a little tuning here. I'll do a little medium-wave tuning. I'll kill some time. Let me put my keys over here. All right, Autism Radio. I don't get anything. I am in Springfield, Massachusetts, except for Connecticut, Massachusetts. Yes, that is during the day. Let me stand over here. That is during the day. At night, that changes because some stations are low powered. For example, this is 50,000 watts, 77. So that's going to be all day. But 7, if I go to 7, let's try 740.
Coming together the body of Christ. And that's where we are right now in a massive way. If I can just get that across to you, he wants you to enter into that rest. And if you don't enter the rest, you'll go away with the rest.
So right now, 740 is Overcover Ministry. That is coming from Long Island. Huntington, Long Island, right? But around, as soon as it gets dark, Another couple of hours. As soon as it gets dark, around 9 o'clock when it's fully dark, that'll become Zoomer Radio coming out of Toronto, Canada. Because Toronto, Canada station is 50,000 watts. This station, I can look it up right now. I don't think it's that powerful. I'm going to look it up. Let me leave it on for a minute while I look it up.
For 10 times. All right? You can graft it in.
So that's Brother Stair.
So that's the son of the stranger that has joined himself to the Lord. Now, he hasn't joined himself to the Lord.
Oh, Brother Stair is there too.
We have been grafted in, the stranger.
I go to radio locator.
Neither let the son of that stranger, that's freedom, speak, saying, the Lord has utterly separated.
So I go to radio locator.
Don't say that.
The only problem about radio locator. The only problem about radio locator, you could only use it around 10 times, and then you cannot use it for another 24 hours. So I put 740. I already know what station it is anyway, but I do the advanced search. See, at night I get this one. Oh man, what's with the focus? Problem is just this focus on this. Okay. At night I get CFZM, Toronto, Ontario. That's Zoomer Radio, right? Oldies. That's what I get at night. In the daytime, what you're hearing now is, I'm trying to remember this call sign. It's in Long Island. I know it's in Long Island. It should be on the next. Okay, these ads. What's with these ads? Right here. That's the one you're hearing now. WNYH. Out of Huntington, New York. That is Long Island City Religious. And if we look at the information, it is, there you go. So that's the difference. You see, in the daytime, it's 25,000 watts, right? Okay. So right now it's 25,000 watts of transmission power from WNYH. As soon as, I don't know when they stop, they power it down. You see at night, it goes down to 43 watts. At night, it's 43 watts. So Zoomer Radio overpowers it. It overpowers it because Zoomer Radio is 50,000 watts. And based on the, there's a coverage map also. You see right here, you have the area of coverage. So in the daytime, this is WNYH during the daytime. Which is the daytime one? Let me see. Let me show you something. Yeah, so this is the daytime coverage of WNYH. 25,000 watts. That's why you can hear it now. Autism, you can hear it this one, right? You get 740 WNYH, okay. But at nighttime, let me go back. At nighttime, that changes. It's only down to local Long Island. That's it. Okay. It went from the whole tri-state area, 25,000 watts to 43 watts. Boom. Just right there in that little area of Long Island. Deer Park, Huntington Station, Comac. That's Long Island. That's middle Long Island right there. That's Suffolk County. Okay? Suffolk County, Long Island. So that's how, that's how you pick up those stations. Let me see. I don't want to waste my searches on that now because the problem is radio locator, you only get a certain amount of stations. I can look up. Let me see. Let me go back to city of license. Okay, I'll check it. Let me put. Sorry. Let me do that first. So if I look up. Yeah, but I may not be the city of license. Autism Radio. For Massachusetts, what I do, I'll show you another one. What I use. Another one I use is. Let me put it right there. And I look a little rough today. No shaving for me today. I'm all. I use World Radio Map. So let me do that. I'll show you that. World radiomap.com. Okay, let me show you. Because you're probably near a major city. So, the stations are not just, some stations are not going to be coming from Chicopee, West Massachusetts. So we go down here. I just click on, where do I click on the, oh, sorry. Oh my God. No, sorry. Let me go back. I'm sorry. I'm looking for the map. The map. Okay, you can do it in here. Okay. So you're near Springfield? Where are you near at? Springfield? In Massachusetts, where are you closest to? Boston, Springfield? Anyway, so right here, Boston. I can't zoom in. No, this problem is I can't zoom in on this thing. You're near Springfield. Okay, so if I click on Springfield, let me see Springfield. Springfield. Okay, Springfield right there. Click on that. This is the lineup for Springfield. War radio map. Click on Springfield. This is what if I was near Springfield, this is what I would listen to. This is FM. It has FM, AM, and I believe weather. So let's go down the list. So this is FM stations. This is what you normally would pick up, right? FM. And we're going to scroll down. And then, so you got a lot of FM stations. Now, HD4. You got 4. This one got 4 HD stations. Wow. You got a lot of FM. Holy moly. And then you got 3 weather bands, right? So you got one in you could pick up, it shows you here that you could pick up Meridian, Connecticut. That's one weather station. Summers, Connecticut, and Worcester. I saw the way some people pronounce it Worcester. I pronounce it Worcester. All right. So you're in Springfield, okay. And then the AM band right here. So this is your AM band. What you will pick up? Is it a coffee drink? Good, thank you. Wow. Tastes good. Okay. Oh, my wife just made me a coffee drink. Nice. So this is the AM band. Okay, so you got 560. Remember, this is what you normally pick up during the day and night, but at 550, you probably DX something. Yeah, I know. It's sometimes it's not 100% accurate. I agree with that. But this is what you pick up like during the real bold ones. Those are the strong. Those are the real local ones. Anything that's bold. See, like this one is Chicopee. So you got at 7:30, you got this station. That's a local religious station. EWTN, right? You see 7:40, you don't have anything. So you are picking up probably WNYH in the daytime, and then at night you get Zuma Radio. So this is what you normally pick up locally. So you have you have quite a few. You pick up WFAN, or pretty strong. Okay. You got WFAN, you got WABC's right there. You see it's grayish, but that means you can still pick it up. Albany, you got WGY. Yeah, not that strong. I know. So that's why it's grayed out. When it's like grayish, that means you don't get it best. You get it okay. You could just pick it up, especially at night. All right. I'm sorry about that slam. I'm drinking iced coffee. WCBS. So you pick up a lot of stations. So you pick up a lot of New York stations, a lot of Boston stations, Hartford stations. Yeah. So you pick up a lot. So it's pretty crowded, the AM band. But of course, at night, whatever's at night, like for example, 7:40, there's a gap right there. 7:20, you don't have that. You probably pick up Chicago, right? WGN. And now you probably get WGN coming out of Chicago.
So she says the judgment's a physical judgment. Because
So I use World Radio Map. I like World Radio Map for when I travel. You know, when I travel, I like to put where I'm going to. Right? Like I went to Indiana, so I put Indianapolis. And then this is what I could listen to in Indiana. I didn't get to do band scan on some of them. Like when I went to Hershey Park. When I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania, where is it at? Harrisburg. It was near Harrisburg. So this is what you pick up on Harrisburg. All these stations you pick up here. And it was one weather. I did pick up the weather station. I have a video on that. WXL 40, No Radio, Susquehanna Township, Blue Mountain, Pennsylvania. I did pick that up. And I made a video on that. But the AM band, I could not listen to anything in the hotel because they had a swimming pool there, and I guess the motor, the pump was so noisy it obliterated the medium wave band. I could not make videos on the medium wave band when I was in Hershey, Pennsylvania. It was, not Hershey, that hotel. The hotel in Harrisburg where I was staying at was obliterated. It was obliterated. And hello, my Ready DX. Yeah, I was I just came on because I'm working on stuff here in the room too. So I said, let me just come on. I'll just, talk. Because I'm working on stuff here in the room. And I'm having iced coffee now. As you can see, I'm all roughing it today. And I'm having me a iced drink that my wife made. Frozen ice coffee thingy. Latte. And hello, Sanjay, my son. Yeah. It's pretty good. Wow, she did a good job making an iced coffee. I haven't had iced coffee in a long time. Wow. This is very delicious. Wow. I'm going to get jacked up now. You think I'm going to be energized after this? Cheers. Yeah, cheers. So right now, like I said, Overcoming Ministry in 740, because it's running at 25 watts. 25,000 watts right now. At night, it goes out to 43 watts. So Zuma Radio will overpower WNYH. So right now, it's Overcoming Ministry.
And he had such an incredible divine anointing of love on him, and it flowed out to that congregation. And when I heard that, at that time, back in 1987.
Of course, 7:30 is nothing right now. But in the evening, I believe it is it Canadian? CK, I think CKLW or something. I forgot. No, that's 800. I forgot. AM 800. I forgot what 7:30 at night. I forgot. Of course, 720 is WGN. But right now, WOR is bleeding over. WOR 710 is bleeding over right now. That's a wide one. WOR is it's bleeding over. This does have bandwidth. So I can narrow it down to 2.3. The bandwidth on this one is 6. I have 3 bandwidth setting on this one. It's 6, 4, and 2.3. But right now, it's bleeding over. It's bleeding over. WOR is bleeding over. Later on, I can listen to WGN out of Chicago. Right. Of course, WOR. And then 700 will be WLW out of Cincinnati. But of course, right now it's bleeding over again because it's still early. It's bleeding over. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how some of these stations power down. Like the one on 43 watts. It's very local. I'll show you. Let me go back to that map. You can see a WAY. Yeah, W. Let me go forward. Actually, it was that page. So you see WNYH 43 watts at night. Okay. Let's not look at the garments here. Actually, let me close that. Let's close that. Let's close that, people. You Timu, get out of here with this stuff. Let's close those garments thing going on there. Focus. Okay, it's focusing now. I guess that's why I didn't focus right. Oh, the lady garments in the way. My God. Well, like I said, why am I saying this ad? Not shopping for lady garments, people. Please, don't start no rumors now. Let me shut up. So it's a license class D. Of course, there's no digital. So this is the daytime pattern. Remember, you see how big the daytime pattern is? It's the tri-state area, right? Parts of New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and if I can zoom out, let me see. Can I zoom out? Parts of but actually, even if you can, you're right there. So you're in the fringe, Springfield. So you're on the fringe, so you can still listen to it. Of course, this is a representation of it, but this is daytime now. At night, let's watch it at night. At night, it's nothing. It's 43 watts. It's right there. So if we zoom out, at night, it's just right there. 43 watts. That's what 43 watts will give you. Right there. Just that local spot in Long Island. And that's it. All right. So for example, let me go back. For example, if we look up WABC 770. Yeah, let's try 770 because that's a pretty big station. WABC right here, WABC. All right, so let's do that. Of course, that's going to be 50,000 watts, non-directional. During the daytime, 50,000 watts, WABC. It's, tri-state area, all the way down to almost DC. So as far as Saratoga Springs, going down to Baltimore, near Baltimore, he says, hey, you can pick up WABC. Yeah, during the day, you can pick it up pretty much. And you see it's Springfield. So you right there, you could almost listen to it. And of course, this is, again, another thing is this is just the pattern. This is not, because at night it's going to be, they show this at night the way it is. It's just yeah. But of course, at night, people can listen to this far, far away. So, it's saying here that it stays the same. It's 50,000 watts all day, all night. But in this case, it's nighttime. So, all right. Oh, let me go back here. Yeah, sorry about that. Back to 10 meters. Yeah, so, sorry. And of course, 690 right now is, I don't get nothing at 690 during the daytime, but at night, that is CKGM, Montreal, Canada. This TSN Sports, CKGM out of Canada, Montreal. Cheers. So that's why, meeting with DXing is just fun. I love meeting with DXing. It's fun. Of course, I need to set up the SDR thing here where I want to record. And I'm going to be using the MFJ loop for that because that is my best antenna out of all of them for medium wave DXing is the MFJ 1886 loop. That is my go-to medium wave DXer. The MLA 30 is pretty good, but MFJ 1886 loop is that is the for me the creme de la creme out of all my antennas. You know? Yeah. So let's see. So let me read some of these comments. Autism radio. Yeah, sometimes the world radio map isn't accurate, like WMRQ. Some doesn't have four HD sub channels. Yeah, but they change that a lot sometimes. I think in New York City there's only 1 or 2 stations that have 3. I think there's one that has 4. I think one has 4 sub channels. If I'm trying to remember. I mean, I could look it up real quick, but yeah. Married to the X. Yeah, I'm also I'm in the process. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm married. If you're still watching, let me show you something. Married to the Xer. I'm gonna show you something. I found this in the trash. What the hell happened? Oh, sorry. I hit a button there by mistake. I'm gonna show you something. This was a trash can. Sorry, let me go. This was in the trash. I swear to God, I haven't even tested it yet. It's like the stuff that you find in the trash sometimes is like, wow. I'll show you. This is for gaming. This is for you gamers out there. So this is, I know my ready Dixie. You know what this is? This is this was all set up. You know what this is, right? This is for when you're using a steering wheel or aircraft yoke. This is the stand. I had to clean it up though. It's heavy. So this is for, I found this hooked up with this. Let me stand it up actually. You know what goes there, right? You're a gamer. I know you know what this is. Let me put this over here. Heavy. Where is the oh, right here. Oh my God, let me see if I can reach for it. Yeah, I can reach for it. And I found this hooked up. Isn't this cool? So it was hooked up together. I took it out because I wanted to clean it. It was really dusty and everything. So of course I got all the cables. This has like the I have all the cables. Everything was hooked up. I have the plug for it and everything. The only thing I don't have is the mount, the original mount that comes with it. I don't have that because this was screwed onto that. And I got the pedals. All of this. It was hooked up. It was in the trash. So I cleaned it up. You know, I cleaned it up, man. I cleaned this. So of course, everything, all the cables intact. It has that Ethernet type deal that you hook it up to. You got to hook that up to the steering wheel. I looked up the videos on it. The only problem with that steering wheel, it goes all the way. So I don't know if the steering wheel is broken. I haven't tried it yet. But you know, yeah, at least I got the mount alone. I believe that mount is $100. It's a little, you know, it has a little pitting in it. I cleaned it up. And you know, if this still works fine, but the steering wheel is what I don't know if it's gonna work. I need to try it out and test it. And this is for the PC. Because they have one for the Xbox, they have one for the PS. You know, what is that? The latest PS? So this one is for the PC. So this is the one, this is from Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster. See how the wheel goes all the way? I think that's what happened. I think this one, I think the wheel broke. I don't know yet. So yeah, so it has, you know, you see it has the Xbox button there. But this is for the PC. I know this one, this particular one is for the PC. Because it was from the same house. Remember I told you I found this computer, the one that you're watching now? I found it in the same house a year ago. A little over a year ago, I found that computer. That's a gaming computer that I'm streaming him now. So I don't know if when they threw out the stuff, maybe he got evicted or something. I don't know what happened. He disappeared, but I don't know. That computer was working fine. I just took the old hard drive, put an SSD in there. That's a Dell. It's a gaming PC for Dell. And then this a couple of weeks ago. So, and this is from Thrustmaster. This is the TX racing wheel. I'm trying to see what model. Let me see if I can put it right there. You can see it. I just had to show you this because this is why this stuff that you find in the trash. And I was like, man. So I think it's broken, the wheel. So I need to test to see if it still works. Even if the force feedback, I don't know. I need to plug it in and see. It has all the cables, everything. You know, I have everything. But I cleaned it up really good. I had to clean it up. Okay, so that one is for the Xbox, but also work for the PC. Okay, I figured that. I never used this before. I never used this but it'd be interesting. This thing works, man. I'm gonna be live streaming with this guy with the stand because I was not gonna mount it on the table anyway. So that stand, I looked up the stand. I think it's not cheap. So this is the Wheel Stand Pro. That's what it's called. See? Wheel Stand Pro. It's kind of rusty there. I cleaned it up as best as I can. I'm gonna go with the I have a little Dremel tool. I'm hitting the microphone. I'm so excited. I hit the microphone. Sorry. Gonna hit it with the little steel brush, Dremel tool, just to get rid of that little rust. I cleaned up as best as I can. It's intact. Everything's intact on this guy. I even have the crossbar. I have it on how to clean the crossbar that holds the wheel pedals in place. So, and the screws that come with it, I took everything up. I cleaned it up real good. Had a WD-40, the screws and all that, really clean it. I'm gonna hook it up with this guy again. I'm gonna clean it up more. I want to get it as best as I can. See, he's got some rust here. Trying to clean it up as best as I can, but it's still good, you know. And I like to do flight sims also, so I could probably use this for put a flight yoke. So, but I want to see if the steering wheel works. If I'll keep it with this, maybe I get another one for the flight because I always want to do flight sims. So this thing is heavy, and it has rubber. It has rubber right here. You know, you have this, right? So this is to prevent it from skidding. Man, this was a find. I was like, wow. So yeah, so I hit the mother load on that one. My hands up. Yeah. I was gonna wait till my live gaming so I could show you, but I said, you know what, you're here, I'm gonna show you today. I found it, so like about 2 weeks ago I found it. Because over here on Wednesday nights, recycle. It's Wednesday nights they throw out the recycle stuff. Sometimes people throw out, televisions and all. Even though you're supposed to take that to an e-waste recycling center, people just throw it out on a Wednesday night around here. So I walk around here. I had to walk a couple of blocks around here, and I was going to the store and I saw that and I was like, man, I gotta grab that before somebody takes it. So even if the steering wheel doesn't work, that stand is a good stand. I could use that for another setup. The stands. And even the foot pedal, I'll keep it for a spare, But I want to test out the steering wheel, see if it really works. And that would be nice. So I want to hook that up. I'm streaming, y'all. Yeah, I was like, It's pretty cool though. Got that. You know, everything seems to be intact. Kind of heavy too. And yeah, so everything's intact. Everything, you know, I think it's just this. So I don't know if but I won't know until I plug it in. We can race together with our setups, yeah. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Is it this like you find in the, you know? Ain't no shame in my game. When people look at me like, "Oh, you picking up that trash?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. Another man's trash is another man's treasure." All right, let me turn that off. Yeah, so that was pretty so let me read down here. Autism Radio, I can't get WABC now because WVNE 670 is bleeding over WABC. Okay. And then I can pick up 540 WD. Okay. And 880 and 1010 local. Okay. All right. So MyRadio, wow, nice. I do have a sim rig set up, but getting one of those for free is awesome. Yeah, I mean, I hope it works. But it looks like it works. It was just sitting there. It was just dirty. It was just dusty. But it's the same house that I found this Dell XPS. Because this is a gaming Dell. This is a Dell XPS. In the same house, from the same house. Dell XPS. So I know that's a gaming PC. So I think, you know, because that house they keep throwing out good stuff. They threw on an elliptical machine. I was gonna take it. I went to the house to get my hand truck, and I came back. Somebody took it. They were driving away with it. I was like, damn! I needed a little exercise machine. Why am I doing this? I'm going like this. Now you can make a video, a meme video of me going like this. Bump, 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 bump. It has an i7, but I forgot which generation it is. And it has 16 gigs of RAM. It's an i7. I don't know what generation it is. I know it's an i7. 16 gigs of RAM, and it has what kind of video card in here? It's a pretty good video card. It's not bad. It's a 1 gig. I think it's I could look. You know, I could look it up on my. Let me look it up. I think I have. Give me a second. I have to minimize this guy. I gotta open up. Let me see. Open up. I'll tell you right now. It's gonna. I'm gonna move it over here. Sorry. Let me bring up back the. Okay. Because I got CPU Z. It's a little app that tells you everything that's inside. So this is what's inside the. Hold up. I got my keys in the way. So the CPU is it's an i5. That was an i7. It's an i5. It's an older one. See, i5. Yes, it's an i5 running 3 gigs. So that yes, I mean this thing wasn't. I'm telling you, it's a trash. It still works fine. So it's an i5. My bad, but I thought it was an i7. And it was an i5. And then you got the board here. It's a Dell Dell, blah, 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 PCI Express. Memory. It has 16 gigs of RAM. Graphics. It has that NVIDIA. Oh, okay, it's a GeForce. So it had that in there. You know, this was an older gaming PC. The same house where I found the steering wheel I found this PC. The only thing I added was I took out the mechanical hard drive and I put an SSD. I'm not gonna run all these tests now because I'm streaming. But anyway, that's the CPU. So there you go. Yeah, so 3 gigs, i5, not bad, but it's not bad. It's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because remember when I first started doing live streaming, I was using my laptop. That has an i7, but that's an older i7, older. And that one started giving me issues. Even when I upgraded the RAM to 16 gigs, I was still getting issues there because it was overheating and the a laptop is harder because everything is confined. And that thing was, but when I use this one, I noticed my streams are a lot better. Even when I run it with the SDR and everything. Now, hold on, let me get tissue. I have a tissue right here. So yeah. I'm gonna blow my nose. I blow my nose. Excuse me. All right. Yeah. So let me read down here. Okay. Yeah. So that's a good find. Yeah, PS5. Okay. Because I looked it up. I know they make one for the PS5. So you said that the Xbox and the PC is the same. I thought they had a separate one for the Xbox and PC. I didn't know they were the same thing. So, Modified MLA, I have 3-wheel setups. One is homebrew. You got to make videos on that one. How you make a homebrew one? You got to show that on your channel. I want to show my stuff on the channel, so I'm going to go through all my stuff. And then, so you have 3-wheel setup. One is homebrew. The second one is a Thrustmaster T300. And the third one is a Logitech DFGT, which I got secondhand cheap. Yeah, I'm going to be looking for that too now. That's another thing. I'm going to be looking for secondhand stuff when I go to thrifting or whatever. Yeah, so that's cool. So this one is for the Xbox, but it also works for PC. Okay. Already there. So look at the bottom front right of the wheelbase. You should see an X. Yeah, because that's the button. It has the Xbox button. But I heard that the PC one also is like that. I don't know. Like I said, I never owned one of those. I never owned one of those things. But I always wanted one. So I could I wanted one because I want to also do I know it sounds corny. I want to do the tractor sims, like the farm, like the farming equipment. Yeah, there's a sim like that, right? Farm. They have like the I have one here. Now you can drive one of these. These John Deeres or whatever they are. Yeah. And this one is die cast metals weather. See, it's weather. See the mud on it and everything. I started collecting these. I got a hope because of the my model railroad stuff. So so they have a sim for all these things. So I can use a steering wheel for that. Then they have one for the train, like the subway cars and all that, or the railroad. See, now I can, pretty cool. But the railroad, you don't really steer on the rail. The tracks does the steering. But I for the wheel, that's good for that, for the truck driving stuff. Also, I like flight sims. So I don't know if I can use that as a yoke. Can I use that as a yoke? You should know, right? You play flight sims also? I wonder if I can use that as a yoke. But of course, you need the throttle thingy. And Thrustmaster goes way back. This one was in a bundle. This is for the old PC. This one was a bundle. And this is the old Thrustmaster. See, look at the old PC. I see it's rattling something in there. Because I bought it from eBay. I bought like a lot. It was a joystick lot. And it had like this and about 6 other joysticks. I bought them all in one thing. It was like $40 something. I bought all of these. So, but I know they have a converter for this. They have a converter for this. You can convert this to. And some of these videos I seen, oh my God, I saw this guy. He literally has a cockpit, like a what do you call it? What plane? He had like three 65-inch screens surrounding him. Now all these guys, he looks like he's in a plane. In his garage, I think it was in his garage or something, or he had a room that had that set up. 3 65-inch TVs. He had an elaborate setup. I think he was like inside a fighter jet, and some kind of fighter jet. I forgot what it was. No, I think it was just a private, one of those like Cessna, something. I don't know, some kind of private plane. This thing was awesome. This thing was like, that's a dream. The 3 65-inch TVs, he's surrounded. It looks like he's flying in a plane. Then there's another one that he actually built the outside. He's from, it looked like from some kind of airline, passenger jet. It literally looked like a what it was. I forgot what passenger. I know it wasn't a 747. It was something else. But these people go to extremes. But it's cool though, you know. I mean, you immerse yourself in there. I gotta find that video. Oh my God, it's like, yeah. And hello, James Farley. Yeah, I just came out today because I was picking up a little here and there. I'm showing Mario DX my latest trash finds. You know, I was showing him the this and the foot pedals and the mount that goes with this for my retro gaming channel. Hopefully this will work. And and just do some FTA here, just picking up the place. So I said, let me talk to you guys for a couple of hours. Just say hello and stuff. Yeah, I look a little rough today, people. So, yeah, you should leave it with your peach fuzz. Oh, my nose is itching now. I got the thing blowing here, but I was gonna clean this floor too. I need to really mop this whole floor. So yeah, so Marity, that's the CPU that's in the XPS. But that's what I do. I walk around there. I look at the trash can. This streaming PC is a trash can. Fine. The same house that they threw that out. The other day there was a 50. No, it was a 40. It might have been a 42-inch TV that was around the corner. It was just sitting there in the curb, and I was like, I was tempted to bring it home and see if it works because it was just missing the feet. You might as well play video games. Shortwave station has stopped broadcasting. I don't know about that. I have a gaming channel for that, so. But I don't only do shortwave. I do medium wave. I do. I can put on the scanner. I listen to CB. Of course, I'm doing 10 meters FT8 right now, which I'm gonna click on it right now. I was trying to get that guy from Greenland, but he doesn't. couple of new countries today. So I got Wales and the Azores. That's 2 new countries today on 10 meters. But one of them is not confirmed. The Azores one is confirmed, so I got that. So yeah, I do both. Exactly. When I play games, I do both. Actually, I play music. When I really want to, I'll play music. I just can't do music on a live stream because of the copyright nonsense. You know. So my RSPdx. So that CPU is that's still all right. I had a CPU from that generation i7 4790K. I only retired it from my setup 2 years ago. Graphics card's not really for gaming. I'll find another for free. No, I plan to buy one soon. Another. Okay, here's cute, man. She cute. Come on, man. She cute, bro. You see cute, but you don't hear. But you can't hear me. I want that Greenland contact, man. Come on, man. Somebody had to jump in. Like a couple of days he's been on. My RSPdx. Let's see. Yes, a bit awkward. Oh, sorry, I'm skipping one. My RSPdx said the Thrustmaster wheels make wheels for each console, Xbox, PlayStation. They must have the ability to also work PC. My T300 is meant for the PlayStation. TX, yours for Xbox. I have to, because I looked it up. I think it's PC, Xbox. I had to hook it up and yes, I'm married. Yes, but a bit awkward. I use a PlayStation gamepad for flight sims. Okay. Yeah, I want to get a flight yoke because I really want to do flight sims. I like flight sims too. Not the Amiga one, not that. I'm talking about good flight sims. Yeah, I know. Might get damaged in transit. That would be cool. And James Farley, hello, James Farley. Too broke Tim. Yeah, you might as well play video games and I stopped. I know it's I don't know what's going on, but some of it. My radio says sometimes I play games and listen to radio. Best of both worlds. Yeah. So yeah, I will give you your graphics card for free, but fear it might get damaged in transit. Bubble wrap it. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm eventually I'm gonna get a new one. And yeah, I know, right? If we lived in the same city, but like, here you go. And then this PC, the one that's down here, this Lenovo is actually this one is much better. But I'm using it for this one now for the but this is an all-in-one. This is a Lenovo, I forgot what I believe that one is I forgot which generation i7. That one is a lot because that one this one I can't put Windows 8. You know when it does that check for Windows 8? I mean not Windows 11, excuse me. I said Windows 8. You know how it does that Windows 11 thing? This one fails it. It is not, I can't do the Windows. I know there's a hack for it. This one already had Windows 11. I have Windows 11, so this one is fine. And this one also has 16 gigs. This one has an NVMe 256 gig. That's what you call it, an NVMe. I'm so behind on tech now because I'm not really up to par to everything now. So that one has it. That one has it. Anyway, you're missing the whole point. You're missing the whole point about the hobby. You can listen to anything on an app. That's not what we. This is not what the hobby's about. It's not about I want to listen to something and that's it. It's not about that. You're missing the whole going over your head with the hobby. In my case, in my case, yeah. Do I listen to a lot of shortwave? I listen to shortwave, but I listen to other stuff too. Yeah. Can you listen to everything on an app? Of course you can. You can pick up anything on an app. Any station is out there for streaming. But the point is for the hobby is to get it over the air. DXing, to get it over the air. To, it's like fishing. I'll give you an example of fishing. Yeah, can I buy catfish can I go fishing and go fishing for catfish? Yeah, because I'm actually fishing for it. I'm getting catfish. That's the challenge of the whole thing. Or I can go to a store and buy catfish. It's a hobby. It's the hobby. It's the whole hobby thing. Yeah, I know that slow. I know that, like for example, in even North America here in the United States, I noticed that yeah, some stations just shut down. It's an economic thing too. Some of it is also that, oh yeah, we can stream it. All it takes is a big emergency, or like for example, I don't want to talk about Gaza and all that, but Gaza, people that are in Gaza right now, people that are inside Gaza right now, they're getting bombed. And I'm not defending them. I'm not defending them. What the Hamas did is horrible. But if, say, you're in a situation like Ukraine or in Gaza where there's no infrastructure it's blown up, all the internet infrastructure is gone, you're going to need a radio. Even any radio, medium wave, FM. You're going to have to get your news from somewhere. You're going to have to get your information from somewhere. Okay? It has to be over the air. You understand? But we do it for the hobby. It's a hobby thing. My phone, of course, I got apps for all that. I got apps that I can listen to any radio station in the world. Any radio station. It could be shortwave. It could just be a streaming station. It could be a medium wave station that they stream. It could be FM. It's a hobby thing. Because I get that debate all the time. People say, "Oh, like I go to other live stream where people always say that. Why you need a radio for? If you could do everything online, you could do everything on the phone." If I could find a picture of Hurricane Maria, these people looked pathetic. They looked pathetic. And the picture shows a bunch of people stacked up on top of a car, and they're pointing their phone to a tower that's, I don't know how far away the tower was. You could barely see the tower. Of course, Hurricane Maria wiped out all the power in the whole island. 99% of all the actually it was 100%. The whole island, they had no power. Unless you had a backup generator, you was out of luck. You was out of luck. And these people, but I'm gonna call them pathetic. They were pathetic. They all like pointing at the pie in the sky, like they hoping Jesus Christ come down and give them a cell phone signal. That's how they looked in. Meanwhile, I could just come out with my emergency radio or any radio I have here, put some batteries on it, and I got all the news I can hear. You see what I'm saying? So, it's a hobby. Yeah. Is it like the Cold War shortwave stuff? No, it's not. You got pirate stations now. You got smaller international stations that come out every so often. You don't have the big shortwave. You don't have Radio Moscow anymore. You don't have, I get all that. But there's still other stuff people listen to in shortwave. It's a hobby thing, like people poo-poo AM listening because a lot of syndication stuff, I know I'm prepared. I'm prepared. I'm prepared. Even when we travel, I take emergency radio with me. I'll take this radio with me. I'll take these radios with me. If I could put a CB radio on my car, I would. But it's not her. But anyway, take these radios with me. Take, you know, because I'm not gonna rely on my phone for emergency. I'm not gonna do that. I seen that. I wish I could show you that picture. I mean, they looked sad. They all, I mean, literally like 10 people piled up on top of a car, trying to get to the top of the car, and they're like reaching out to get a signal. You know, because they weren't prepared. And they were like that. Oh, everything, we can get everything streaming, everything over the internet. Oh my God. It's not, you know, you're missing the point, bro, about the hobby. It's a hobby thing, you know, because I get that all the time from a lot of people. You can listen to it over the internet. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? You know, the point is a hobby. It's a hobby. For me, it's a hobby. You know, I like to, and also, like I said, yeah, you can get all your news sources on your phone. That's another thing. I like to listen to another point of view. I don't want to listen to the U.S. mainstream media. It's biased. It's biased. Okay? It's very biased. It's very lefty and biased. It's very kumbaya. We all need to hold hands and, you know, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear that side. I want to hear the real side. I want to hear about why we're letting too many people in here. That what happened in God, what happened in Israel, is going to happen here. It's going to happen here because too many people are falling asleep on the wheel. Okay? I'm going to be real. They're falling asleep. You let all these people in. If you go to Times Square the last couple of days, all those people that are protesting, free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine. Some of them are terrorists. I'm going to say all of them are terrorists. It only takes a handful of those people to do some serious damage in the middle of Manhattan. If they wanted to go, you know, because people are falling asleep. People are asleep. A lot of people are like seals. They clap at everything. They're like seals, like trained seals. And that's why I like shortwave. I like, you know, I like that because I get my mind. I go listen to other stuff. I want to hear their opinion about it. I have an open mind about both sides. Not spoon-fed over here, NBC News. The nonsense they you know, instead of calling them, stop calling them militants. They're terrorists. Okay? That's another thing people like to do in mainstream media. They like to put labels on stuff. Migrants. No, they're not. They're illegal aliens. They're illegal aliens. They're not migrants. They're here illegally. They're illegal aliens. All right? Illegal aliens. They're not That's the problem with this side of the media. That's why shortwave is still important. That's why the others, all the other, you know, yeah, you don't get that many choices, but it's still important. For me, it's important. Otherwise, I will be in 1984 right now. Like some people are brainwashed out there. They will be in 1984. I get all my news from CNN. I get everything from CNN. I get everything from CNN. They're the most reliable source of information. You see what I'm saying? That's why shortwave is important for all those things. You know, if I listen to a shortwave station in Africa, Radio Guinea, whatever, or I listen to, I'm getting their local thing, content, whatever. It's not coming piped through CNN or MSNBC or Fox News. You know, it's a hobby, but it's also, you know, to me, it's important that I gotta hear choice. And you know, some countries owning a shortwave radio will put you in jail. It's a necessity in some countries. If you lived in North Korea, you know, your internet is, if you're lucky to have internet in North Korea, if you're a citizen in North Korea and you're lucky, you're one of the elites that still get internet, it's censored like nobody's business. is censored. If you go to Saudi Arabia, your internet is censored. Okay, it's censored. You cannot censor radio waves. You can try to jam it. You can't censor it. If I'm in North Korea and I hear, Voice of America, ain't nothing they can do about it. The only thing they can do is if they catch me with their physical radio. If they catch me with this radio in North Korea, if I'm in North Korea with this radio, you go to prison, or you get killed. You get killed. 3 generations, you get killed. You get killed. You gotta appreciate that. You gotta appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'm ranting here, but appreciate it, because I get that all the time. You can use your phone. That's not true. Your phone gets censored. Even in China, you think China is open society? They're not open society. There's a lot of apps that got banned in China. We're about to ban TikTok here. I'm on TikTok. We're about to ban TikTok here. Even in this country, they're censoring. Okay? So I don't rely on this for information. I rely on this. I rely on this a lot more for information than this. Because this could get censored. This does get censored. It does get censored. Yeah, I've been censored on Facebook. I've been censored on Twitter. Okay? Online stuff, you get censored. You get censored like nobody's business. And you'll get banned too. You'll get banned. Let me wait for the ad. Hold that thought. Yeah. It's not redundant. It's not. I'm going to read your statement. Brooklyn, being able to access shortwave radio on your phone has made radio broadcasting redundant. It's not redundant. It's not redundant because in North Korea, you're not going to be able to use this to listen to Voice of America. Good luck on that. Even if you have a firewall, good luck on that. If you even a member of the Communist Party in North Korea, one of the elite guys, if you're lucky, the rest of the citizens, they barely can eat a potato. They barely can eat a fucking potato. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it like that. There's starvation in North Korea. Even in Cuba. It was a few years ago where they had a sneaker network. It's called Sneaker Network for thumb drives. Somebody smuggled in a whole bunch of movies because they have a firewall in Cuba. You can't go watch all this stuff. They will smuggle a thumb drive with all the latest movies, all the latest stuff, and they share that with other people inside Cuba. Physical, we call it sneaker net. It's old-fashioned. Here, I give it to you. You make a copy to this guy, copy to this guy. Sneaker net, old-fashioned foot network. Okay? This is only 10 years ago. So when you say radio is redundant, you don't know what you're talking about. You haven't lived in a country like that. You have not lived in a country where it's a total totalitarian, communist, where if you even look at a person the wrong way, they might rat you out. So radio is important. It's very important. I should make a whole video on this and it should go viral. I should have 1 million views for what I'm saying right now. 1 million views. But there's too many trained SEALs out there. Okay? Go to North Korea. Try to get this radio into North Korea. Good luck on that. Go risk your life. Try to get this radio into North Korea. Okay? I'm telling you. Yeah, you may think it's dead. There's a couple of stations. That's fine. I'm telling you. That's how important shortwave still is. It's just, that's an economic thing for some stations. And I'll tell you something. Sometimes, If he's still on, if he's still on, I'll show you. He's still on. I'm gonna finish on this note.
Because they're not going to lie until I just want to twist this one. Even when you think about it, you find somebody who has no fear of God at all. He is
Listen, what do you disagree with that? That's freedom of religion. Freedom of religion. Yeah, it's Brother Stead, Overcoming Ministry. I know people make fun of him and all that. This is his avenue. He goes on medium wave. He goes on shortwave. Shortwave is willing to broadcast them. Okay, is he on over the air TV? No. Is he on FM radio? Yeah, I heard him on FM radio in Georgia, not here. I heard him on. Because we have a cancel culture here. Remember that. Remember, this country has a cancel culture. It has a cancel culture. If somebody says you did something, blah, 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 they'll ban you from every medium they could think of. And shortwave is one of the last media, last bastions of media, and AM too, AM radio, medium wave. We call it medium wave. We call it medium wave. We call it AM. That they have a voice. They have a voice. Okay? Yeah, he's religious. Freedom of religion. I don't care if you agree with him or agree with him. I don't care. I don't care about that. He still has a voice here. That's important for us in this country. It's a very important thing in this country. He still has a voice. Whether you like it or not, he's entitled to his voice. He's entitled to his voice. All you have to do is just tune him out. Next station. You understand? But this cancel culture, they want to cancel you out completely. Just like Alex Jones. You may not agree with Alex Jones. I think Alex Jones, he's off the wall. He's whatever. But I'm gonna tell you, there were some things he said years ago that was spot on. Including the cancel culture. The cancel culture thing, and look, it's happening now. Cancel culture. Okay? Elon Musk bought Twitter. I was about to leave Twitter. And Elon Musk saved Twitter from that. Because Twitter was going downhill fast with that cancel culture nonsense, with that. We're gonna, if you talk about anything about COVID shot, you got banned. That's it. You got shut down. You got banned. Okay? You got banned straight up. Facebook, same thing. You got banned. And then they came out with this Rumble. They come out with all this alternative stuff, which is okay. It's not as popular as the big ones, of course. But radio, like for example, AM radio, right? They want to get rid of a car. They want to eliminate it from cars. They say it's because of the, it's old technology, blah, 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 electric vehicles. Which electric vehicles? There's an argument about that. The reason why they want to shut it down is because they want to shut down syndicated radio. A lot of it is conservative radio. That's the main reason they want to shut down AM radio. Let's not fool ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves. Okay? Take off your blinders. That's what happens. They want to shut down AM radio because of that. Because that's the last. Because the media, the TV media is all lefty. All left. Forget it. It's all kumbaya shit. Let's hold each other's hand. And you can have, 37 different freaking genders and all that shit. That's where we at now. Calling these people militants. People that go around shooting women and kids. We calling them militants. No, they're fucking terrorists. They're fucking terrorists. Okay, I'm going to say it like it is here. And you two want to ban me? Fuck you too, you two. Fucking ban me. Okay, I'm going to say it like it is here. So that's the way I feel. That's why it's important to have radio in any medium. You gotta have. You gotta be open. Because we lost television. We lost that. We're losing that. If you turn them down on television, it's shit television now. We lost that. We lost that. Okay, and cable too. We lost that. We lost all that already. So, you know, you may say it's not a bunch of, maybe Elon Musk needs to step up. Maybe write to Elon Musk. Hey, you know, Elon Musk, shortwave is very important. Once you buy a station, you're into free, you're the big bastion of free speech. Elon Musk is probably pocket change for him. Pocket change for Elon. Once you write to Elon Musk and say, you know, Elon Musk, we need a shortwave station here in America that's going to talk about American stuff. Not Miss Universe is a man. Okay? That's what we need to do. Okay? The mainstream media, television, we lost. That battle is lost. And the last bastion of hope is radio. It's radio. So it's not redundant. Even if we have a handful of stations, there's hope. There's hope for this country. And we have a handful of stations. Because they're gonna go. They want to go after medium wave. They want to shut down medium wave completely. They're making that's an excuse about the cars. Okay, that's an excuse. They want to shut it down because they want to shut down the voice. Okay, that's what it is. They want to shut down the voice. So when people are in denial and with their blinders on, oh, I can listen to everything on my phone. Oh, I can listen to everything on my phone. Your phone is censored to nobody's business. Is censored. Every country has their own firewall system, their own censored stuff. You think in Iran, if I lived in Iran, you think I'd be able to watch whatever I want to watch? You know, you need a radio. Your only source of free, you know, if I'm in Iran, I want to listen to Voice of America. As long as they outlaw me to listen to the radio, I have to be underground, listen to the radio, or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they can't commercialize because, you know, that's a whole different thing. But that's not the main thing is it has to stay alive. Even if it's a handful of stations, it has to stay alive. It is important. You know, it's not only important because it's a hobby to us. It's important. And in some countries, they don't have a choice. And it's happening in this country. We don't have a choice. We don't have much choices. Okay, I don't subscribe to that theory that I gotta watch while everybody's watching. Okay, I'm not like I was never that way. I don't want to watch everything people are watching. Ever since I can remember, I always watch foreign TV. You know, right now they RT for example. I know Russia's at war with Ukraine. I get it, Russia. Why they have to ban Russian television? RT. I still want to see their side of view. This is what I'm talking about. And they did the nonsense with the QRZ back then. They want to ban Russian hams. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not the fault of the people. It's the government that's doing that. So you're going to penalize the government. I mean, you're going to penalize the people for what the government did. You know? We need, it's not redundant. It's not, you're missing the whole point about shortwave. You're missing the whole point. You know, in the Cold War, even back, of course, now it's not that important because now we have television, of course, but going back to television, it's censored. You know, this is censored. This is censored like crazy. This is censored. Yeah, and I know radio waves, are censored too by the FCC, but to a point. You know, but you still have options. I can still listen to international broadcasts. You know, if you take that away from me now, I don't have that point of view no more. I don't have that point of view. And same thing with international broadcasts. Even though say I lived in Cuba. I live in Cuba. I could listen to all the Cuban nonsense. I'm going to call it nonsense. Propaganda shit, whatever you want to call it. Or I can listen to a signal in the United States like Radio Marti. Radio Marti still tells me, hey, you guys are living under a dictatorship. Open your eyes. This is what's really going on over there. Radio Marti is that. Radio Marti is the opposition of the Cuban government. So you're going to tell me that Radio Marti is not important? You're gonna tell me that Radio Marti is not important? If I lived in Cuba and I put on my radio and I listen to Radio Marti, that's what I want to listen to. I don't want to listen to you know, the propaganda stuff. You know, I want to listen to Radio Marti or the Voice of America. Yeah, is it if shortwave the way it was 30 years ago? No. But you know, I hate when people use the argument about everything is on the phone. Everything is on the phone. No, everything you can't. You don't fall for that. Do not fall for that. Everything is on the phone nonsense. All that stuff can be censored, firewall, geo-block. You know, we were talking about the other day about VPNs, geo-blocking. You know, I mean, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. It's not about a shortwave. Is it a viable business for some? No, but for this guy, still, he doesn't have much choices. He doesn't have much choices. You may not agree with his religious thing. That's fine. That's fine. What do you think they're trying to push now? You know, just talk about religion for 1 minute. Talk about religion. You know, in some countries, you can't even listen to that. You can't listen to that in some countries. Just that rant of religion of Brother Stay, whatever, overcoming history. You cannot hear that in some countries. Okay? You get outlaw. It's outlaw. It's outlaw. Go to North Korea, try to listen to anything. North Korea, you can't even own a shortwave radio. You're not even allowed to own a radio in North Korea. Just think about that. That's insane. But it's true. People smuggling thumb drives. People smuggling thumb drives in North Korea just to see what kind of programming is in South Korea and the United States. They have to smuggle thumb drives. Okay, you take this shit for granted. Here, we take this shit for granted. In North Korea, this is a lifeline. Okay? If you're lucky, you can have this. If you be lucky, you have any radio in North Korea. You're lucky, you can have that, and not get caught, and not get snitched out by a neighbor, not get snitched out because you know everybody's brainwashed over there. You get snitched out. You know, secret police, whatever. Oh yeah, this guy over here, he listens to radio. He listens to some evil radio stuff. You wind up in a freaking gulag or somewhere. 3 generations, by the way. North Korea is 3 generations. Is you, your parents, and your children all go to the same prison. All go to prison. Okay? You know, yeah, it's not that many stations in the United States. That's fine. But you know what? It's better than nothing. It's better than the alternative. I have nothing. Then we only have one side, one voice, which is what? You know, I don't want to hear that voice. I don't agree with that voice. I don't agree with that kumbaya shit. 37 genders, whatever the fuck it is now, whatever we up to now. Okay? I'm not down with that shit. I'm not down with that. Calling fucking killers militants. Okay? They're fucking terrorists. But this is what you get in mainstream media. Okay? That's why you get mainstream media. And this is the I'm going to call it the pussification of America. Pussify everybody. False, you know, it's a false sense of security. Okay, what happened over there can happen here. It can happen here. Okay? I'm telling you. This might not be important for you, but this is important to me. This is important to me because I don't agree with that side. I don't want to hear that side. I don't want to watch that side. You know, they want to cancel me. I cancel them. I cancel them. I don't want to hear that side. You're missing the whole point. Some of us enjoy the hobby. Some of us we use the hobby because this is our medium. It's our medium. I don't care about this. First, what it was. First 40 years of my life, I didn't need this shit. Okay, I'm gonna say it like it is right now. You want to hear something? I'm gonna tell you right now. First 40 years of my fucking life, I didn't need this shit. So if this shit gonna change me now, fuck no. Okay, that's my point. This is still around. Okay, my information is here, not here. I did fine for the first 40 years of my life without this. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. There you go. So I bring that argument about streaming is so, no, it's, come on, man. You're not getting the whole point. You don't understand the whole point. But no matter what you tell me, you don't understand the point. You don't understand the point. He's not Shortwave, he's not dead. It's not about being dead. It's still for this guy. He's one of his only medium right now. That and medium wave. That's why I hear him on. Okay, he cannot go FM radio. Why? Because a lot of FM radio playing what? Music. And you got NPR. A lot of NPR stations on FM. He doesn't have a choice. He has to come off shortwave. Yeah, you can't say Alex Jones. He's kooky and all that shit, whatever. He has a voice. Whether you agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. He's off shortwave now. He was on shortwave because they canceled him out all over the place. And like I said, I don't have to agree with him. That's not the point. That's not the whole point of this. And remember, one day is him. One day is him. Like he said it, he was spot on years ago. They're going to come after him. And then the next day, they're going to come after you. Next time it's going to be you they're going to come after. They're going to come after you. Okay? They're going to censor you. They're going to come and censor you. They're going to come after you. They're going to cancel you. Like they're trying to do now. Oh, everybody else, every MAGA. Now they want to put MAGA as extremist, are you fucking kidding me? Make America great. Are you fucking kidding me? Now they want to make that extremist? So stupid. Give me a fucking break. Exactly. He should be able to speak his mind. You don't have to agree with him. Just tune the band. Do I sit there and watch The View? I don't watch The View. I never watch The View. I don't watch any TV. I don't watch any of that stuff anymore. Anyway, I don't watch it. But if I see, look at these freaking, I don't want to say that. I don't say anything. But you know what I'm saying? You have a choice. Just change the channel or change the station and move on. That's it. I choose not to watch all that garbage. I cut the cord. I cut the cord years ago. Because that's a stupid argument about saying you can watch everything streaming. You can do everything streaming. It's just a stupid argument. It really is dumb. It's not the point. That's not you mentioned the whole point of radio listening, of emergency, radio emergency, if I'm stuck in a fucking cave and I got my cell phone and I got this guy, chances are I'm gonna have a better chance with this guy than I'm gonna have with my cell phone. Even though I'm in a cave, it'll probably be harder, but you know, or have another, you know, whatever. But the point is, you know, it's like, it's just, you know, you just don't get the point. It's just, you know, that's the way it is. Because I see this, when I go to other live stream, Glamham, for example. You know how many people ask, what's the point of having a radio? What's the point of having, I stream everything. I watch everything on my phone. I wish I could find that picture of Maria. But those people are they're climbing on top of a car trying to get a signal with a phone. With a phone. And the tower is all the way up there in the background. You see in the background, there's a tower up in a mountain somewhere. And that tower probably has no power because there's no power in the whole island. And they're looking pathetic. They look sad and pathetic trying to get a signal. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I have emergency radios. I have this type of radio. I got CB radio. I got amateur radio there. I got, you know, I'm licensed for, I'm good. I'm freaking prepared. Okay? Not going to sit here with my thumb up my ass, don't know what the fuck to do with what's going on. And that's not me. I'm not going to have my thumb up my ass. Oh, what am I going to do? I don't got no more communication because I rely on everything on the internet. Oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm not going to put myself in that position. I get that argument all the time about, I seen that on other, it gets old. It gets old. Well, even though right now Zoomer Radio is coming in, but Overcomer Ministry, at least they have a voice here. They still have a voice. Okay? They still have a voice. And that's the most important thing you got to understand. Yeah, do you agree with everything? I don't agree with Alex Jones about everything. I used to hear him years ago, before he went off the wall, before he really went off the wall. I mean, he was always off the wall. But he was spot on a couple of things. And that's being open-minded, okay? You don't have to agree with everything. Some of the things he said is actually horrible. Like when he said about the, you know, the whole Sandy Hook thing, that he went too far with that shit. But you know, the stuff about they're going to come after you and they're going to cancel culture, he was spot on about that. Whether you agree with it, doesn't matter. He was spot on about that. Just like the movie in 1984 about Big Brother and all that, that's now. You don't have to agree with that, but you see it around you. Cancel culture. Cancel culture. They want to cancel you for any little thing you say. You know, words are so powerful now. You know, last time I checked, you know, nobody kicked me in the. You know, I think a kick in the balls hurt a lot more than words. Last time I checked, a punch in the face hurts more than a word. Last time I checked, a slap in the face kind of hurts a little more than a word. Are you kidding me? Come on, bro. I shouldn't have to. Yeah. Well, a lot of it was, a lot of his airtime was bought before he, I read it on, I think it was on Wikipedia. They said that I think it's for the next couple of, I think it's almost gone now. I think he has another year before because donations. Overcoming Ministry, you know, took over. They're the one that own it, and they own the whole thing, so they still getting, you know, it's a free speech thing, bro. It's not about whether you agree with them or not. It's not about that. It's a free speech thing. You have the right to say what you want to say within certain things. I mean, you shouldn't be spreading hate either, straight up hate. But yeah, you know, I mean. I went on a tangent there, but that's it. Just it gets under my skin when it comes to that nonsense. I just can't deal with that. The whole, you know, it's just, you know, you're missing the whole point about listening to the radio. I get that from a lot of people around here. And I'm gonna tell you something. And I say it all the time. I didn't say it all the time. I said it about a week, last week or the week before. The people that are on my channel, the people that watch my channel, not to, they're one of them. They're the most smartest people I ever met in my life. They're the most smartest. I know what I'm trying to say, smartest, but also well informed. That's important. Well informed people I ever met in my life. It's scary when I walk outside this house. I'm gonna tell you something. It's scary to go out there, listen to people talk. I'm surrounded by a lot of stupid people. It's scary what they vote for. It's scary when these people are in Times Square. I don't know if you saw the picture. One of them, they had the swastika and all that on their phone, and they all talking about free Palestine, and they all say a whole bunch of. I'm not gonna say everything they will say in the middle of Times Square, and come on, are you kidding me? And you letting that happen? This is the type of society we live in now. Yeah, they have the right to say what they want to say, but it's out of control now. It's out of control. It's open hatred now because people are scared to oppose them. People are afraid to oppose, but they're afraid of getting canceled. And I'd be canceled about, you say what, I was taught, I was raised that way. Be honest. Don't take shit for nobody and be honest. I'm sorry. Last time I heard, you know what? I've been called a lot of things growing up. Even when I was in the Air Force. The Air Force back in the 80s was not the way the Air Force is now. I've been called, racist stuff, whatever you want to call it. It did not define me. I proved them wrong. I made it. I made it. They do that to really stick it to you in boot camp. I graduated. That's it. You could sit there and take it, or you could do something about it. Even when I was playing street ball and playing basketball, I'm playing against black kids. African. Well, yeah, African black kids. They call you every name in the book. They will call me a name in the book. And you know how I shut them up? I play my game. I was good. I shoot their eye out. 3-pointer. Boom, boom, boom. Shut them up. Go sit down. Next team. It'll be like 3-on-3 basketball. Hey, Sanchez. They call me all these derogatory Spanish names. They would call me Sanchez, Jose. Whatever. They're not derogatory. It's just another name. It didn't bother. But it will fire me up. Boom, boom. We'll whip their ass. Go have a seat. Next team. We'll be playing we'll be on that court for 6 hours. Because they'll underestimate. Because I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not tall. I'm 5'9". I'm not 6 foot. I shut them up. I shut them up with my game. You see? You can use it as motivation, or you can sit down and cry. I use it as motivation. All right? But we got that cancel culture. That everybody get offended and they start crying. They cry about every little thing. Oh my God. Spend more time, start spending time crying about stuff. Crying ain't gonna get you anywhere. I learned that early. In my life. Crying ain't gonna get you nowhere. Crying ain't gonna get you nowhere. So that's not true. It don't make I'm gonna move on. James Farley, sorry, I skipped that. Modified MLA TV and the radio supply in North Korea are fixed to the state broadcaster. Exactly. They only have like one channel over there, whatever. That's it. And you have to watch that, and that's it. You cannot. And if you try to put a box in to watch other stuff, you go to jail. You go to jail. You know what jail is in North Korea? It's not like jail here. It's not like going to jail here where you get 3 square meals and you get whatever. You can take a shower. You got free health. You got medical. No, you're worse than. You're gonna die. You're gonna die in prison. You're gonna die in one of those camps, work camps or whatever, gulag, just for having a radio or something, or possessing one of these illegal. Because over there they're illegal. Illegal. American media, South Korean media, and all that. Even K-pop. Oh, you listen to K-pop. You listen to K-pop in North Korea, you go to jail. You go to jail, bro. You go to jail in North Korea, listen to K-pop. All right? That's how serious that shit is over there. You gotta listen to the state stuff. They put. If you get caught with this guy with K-pop and all the Korean novellas and all that, you go to jail, bro. You go straight to jail. And ain't no jury trial. You go to jail. That's it. Good luck on that. That's how real it gets in the outside this world. People are too, like I said, this is the pussification of America. That's what they're turning. Not me, but a lot of people turning to that here. With the cancel culture nonsense. They don't understand how hard it is. They're protesting in Times Square. There was this picture of this women, queer for Palestine. There are a bunch of women with the sign says queer for Palestine. That's a contradiction. Because if you go to their country and you try to do that shit in their country, you get stoned. You get hit with rocks. They'll throw rocks at you. They'll beat you up. They'll beat you up. They take that stuff for granted here. You got the right to what you got the right to whatever sexuality you want to do. You can't do that in Saudi Arabia. You can't use Grindr. I know what Grindr is. I don't use it, but I know what it is. You can't use Grindr in Saudi Arabia. You get you get thrown off a roof. You get thrown off a rooftop in some of these countries. Hooking up on Grindr. What's wrong with you? In that country, they'll throw you off the roof. They take that for granted here. Protesting. Don't take that sign to Saudi Arabia. Try to walk down the street of Saudi Arabia with that banner. Good luck on that. Good luck on that with the religious police come behind you and knock you upside your head and lock you up. People are stupid here. They don't understand how good they got it here. That's why it's the greatest country in the world. The only problem is you try to impose it on everybody. That's the problem with your guys. You try to impose that on everybody. Just keep it in your lane. Stay in your lane with that. But go do that in another country like that. You get thrown over a rooftop or something. This is serious. That's why you got. Listen, I may be here another 20 years in my life, maybe. If God wants me to be here 10 years, I could be gone tomorrow morning. But radio is the last bastion that we have left for free news. Because like I said, on TV, you go on TV, everything is all. You can't watch TV here. You cannot watch TV here. I can't. Even sports got ruined here. That was my last bastion of entertainment was sports, and they ruined that here. They ruined it. They ruined it. You understand? They totally ruined that. You're missing the whole point about radio, about shortwave radio, about AM radio, even amateur radio. You're missing the whole point. You know, when people say that shit about, oh yeah, well, you could do everything on a phone. You could do everything on a phone. You're missing the whole point about radio. That's like you know, what analogy I made before? I forgot the analogy I made before. What was the analogy I made before? It's just, yeah, this is censored, bro. All this is censored. A lot of countries, you know, like I said, China, you can't. I think you can't use Facebook in China. You have to go through VPN, things like that. It's just crazy, yo. Yeah, Swans Island, 28 FT8. Okay. What Nat Tuborg what you saying is true, but here in North Commercial Way Radio Broadcasting, it's not dead. It's just few stations, but you know, is you know, yeah, is it compared to what 20 years ago? No, it's not. But maybe somebody needs to step up. Maybe, you know, Elon Musk needs to write, you know, you guys should write him a letter saying, you know, Elon, we really think shortwave radio is important. Just like John Catsimatidis was the one that really petitioned for AM radio to stay on vehicles. And we signed that petition. Remember, I was showing you and we saved AM radio for now from being, you know, out, you know, and Ford reversed this decision and said, no, we're going to keep it on cars. You know, but if you don't say nothing, if you don't say anything, you know, you get what you deserve. That's what I tell people when they vote, or even if they don't vote, even when they don't vote, you know. I had a couple of people around here. Oh, I don't want to vote because I don't like that. Okay, but if you don't vote, then you can't complain. That's it. And in some countries, try to vote. Is there voting in North Korea? You see what I'm saying? You take that for granted. You're taking all that for granted, bro. There's only a handful of stations here. That's fine because you know what? It's better than nothing. You know? And yeah, some of it, unfortunately, some of it is some you might not agree with some of the voices, but you got to keep it in context. It's still important for that voice to be heard there. You know, like I hear on other channels, you know, and I see the comments on other groups. AM broadcast should be eliminated because it has too many conservative stations. You know what? You're a fucking moron when you say that. When you say that, you're a moron. You're a fucking moron. So that means your side is the only side that we should listen to over the air. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care if it goes down to 0 watches. You're a fucking moron if you say that AM broadcast is all about conservative only. That's not true. There is NPR there. There is some other stuff there. And there's also other stuff there. But, you know, it's quick for them to say, my side is the only side that we should be over the air. The rest of you, fuck you. Y'all should get banned. Y'all should get kicked out. Y'all should go out of business. That's not the way it works in this country. You have to have both sides. And I see those comments. I see those comments on some other groups. They sound like they sound like morons. They sound like morons. And then they write stuff like that. That I hope the AM ban goes away because all this, you know, conservative stuff. You're stupid. You sound like a fucking fool. Like an idiot. Why? Because your side is the only side I should listen to? Are you kidding me? You know, you already took away television. You already took away cable, pretty much. Now you want to take away AM broadcast because, you know these people, after everything they touch, they destroy. You took away my sports. My sports. Fucking stupid. I'm going to say it like I say here. I don't care. I don't care if people don't like it. I don't care. You could leave the fucking channel. I don't give a shit. I don't care if I lose fucking 200 subscribers, 300 subscribers. I don't give a shit. Fucking leave. I'm gonna say it like it is here. It's a stupid argument. It's a stupid argument when you say about radio. It's not even, it's a stupid argument. You're not getting the hobby. You're not getting why we need it. You're not getting why even the AM band is under threat. It's under threat. Because then we're gonna be like that. We're gonna be like every station I listen to is gonna be their point of view with the pronouns. With we're gonna turn your kids, and we're coming for your kids. We're calling them militants instead of fucking terrorists, murderers. That's what they are. They're fucking gangsters. They're murderers. They're not fucking militants. Okay, they're criminals. But they won't say that on the other side. They're too afraid. You understand? That's why it's still important. Fucking dumb, yo. It's not about commercial. It's not. It's a bigger. These people are losing. Somebody says it's actually they're at a loss. It's not even about commercial. No, it's about just keeping it alive. At some point, it's about keeping it alive. It's about just keeping it alive because you know what? The alternative is not going to be good. It's not going to be good. That already happened even with Facebook. You know, you say anything on Facebook, it already came out that, the government was involved with Facebook on censoring people. They went after a lot of people and they shut down a lot of people. And some people, there was a livelihood. There was a livelihood. Okay, same thing with YouTube, same thing with Google. Yeah, Google, you Google. You did the same thing. Cancel people. Okay? Google. Okay? In a minute, he hurt my feelings. They cancel you out. There's no appeal process. Ain't none of that. They cancel your ass out. That's it. And if you making a living off of that, you out of luck. You out of luck. You know? The internet, man. The internet was a better place back in 1995. The internet was a happier place. Now I don't like the internet anymore. I don't like what I see on the internet now. I don't. Like I said, man, I went through 40 years of my life without this. You think this is gonna define me? Is this gonna keep me alive? I don't need this shit. I could chuck this shit off across the street tomorrow morning. I'm still gonna live. Come on, bro. Hello, Michael, 1972. Michael, TV Radio 1972. Hello. Hello, Daniel Mark LeBlanc. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Adesh. Adesh, yeah, from Trinidad. Hello. Sorry for the ranting today, but when I get these quotes about shortwave is just driving me up the wall. It just drives. So my thing is, if that's the way you really feel about it, and I'm sorry, I can't help you, but it's not the way I feel. I don't see this as it's a hobby, but I also see this as a medium that is important to keep alive. Especially now, I see it now. Trust me, I turn on. I have over-the-air TV. I turn it on. I flip to the channels. I turn it right off. I just can't watch TV anymore. Over-the-air it's gone. I don't have cable because I got rid of cable years ago because the same thing. Yeah, you have alternative news sources that I can stream, but again, you're relying on an internet service provider to stream that content. And it happened. A lot of internet service providers are owned by Amazon. AWS is, I'm going to break it down for you. I'm waiting 20 seconds for the ad to come. I'm gonna break it down for you. Even if you're streaming on your own, you're still subjected to censorship. I'm gonna tell you. In about 15 seconds, I'm gonna tell you. So there's no guarantee, even if you're streaming by yourself with your own server, you can still get canceled. All right, add. Okay, insert it. There you go. For example, One America Network, OAN, or Newsmax. They stream too. They're not on cable. Some of them on cable. I think Newsmax you can find that on cable. I don't have cable. I don't know, but I know some cable companies won't put them on because it's just their agenda. They don't want to put them on. That's it. They don't want to have too many conservative type station on their lineup. That's it. They don't care. They don't say no. You know, that's just a fact. So so for example, OAN, if they want to stream, yeah, they have a few places they can stream on YouTube. Until YouTube says no, you know why? YouTube this and that, we're gonna cancel you out on YouTube. Then you have to go. Then you could go to Rumble, whatever, and yeah, you might do well there. Until then, it happened. It happened with Parler. It happened with Parler. The app got removed from the Google Store, from the Play Store. They got it right there. They said, no, we're not going to put your app on the, you know what? That's a monopoly. If your app is not even available at the Google Play Store or at the Apple Store, if those two decide, we're not going to put your app at all. Nobody's going to find your app. Nobody's going to find your app. That's how rigged the system is. Monopoly, okay? So if you get canceled out a whole bunch of stuff, and you trying to set up your own little server to stream, that internet service provider could be owned by Amazon. AWS is Amazon. That's their internet backbone and all that. Google has their own backbone, and Microsoft has Azure. It's called Azure. Azure. I can't pronounce that word. The color blue, like Azure blue. They have their own backbone. If they all decide, you know what, you're not gonna stream on my backbone. When I say backbone, I'm talking about their network. You out of luck. You out of luck. It goes that far, and they could do that. Okay, at all the way at the ISP level, they could ban you. And in my case, I don't have too many ISP. I only have Optimum. I only have 3 choices here. I have Optimum. Actually, I have 2 choices only. I have Optimum and Verizon for internet. If those 2 were to ban me, there's no way I could get my word out. You see what I'm saying? All it takes is they really silence you. Then you're going to have to go over the air on a radio. Or you could buy television base station. Good luck on that. Even radio station costs a lot of money. Or you're a pirate. Be a pirate radio. You see how I'm talking about? You see how it's easy to just get canceled. They cancel you like that. All the way at the ISP level, they could cancel you. It didn't happen. It happened with Parler. They booted the app. They booted the app off the stores. You know? So this is important. This is very important to get your news. Because all the other stuff, they already control all that stuff. Including the internet now is controlled. It's dominated now by them. It's not 1995, yo. They dominate all those backbones. And Microsoft, between Google and Amazon alone, they dominate the internet backbones. You know how much traffic goes through there for those 2? And Microsoft, but they're far behind compared to those 2. So they lease their all these small server providers. Their backbone is from one of them, AWS or Google. The internet, they call it backbone. What I mean by that is multi, billion. I don't know how many gigabit. fiber optic backbone. They all over the world, underwater, and they own some of that stuff. They can just flick the switch on you. You're gone. You off the internet. Just like that. You canceled out the internet. And where you gonna go back? You need to go back to radio. If just to get your word out. Hamradio is spot on with the whole family sent to Gulag. I read that in a book from a North Korea defector. Yeah, 3 generations. What's her name? I saw a couple of documentaries on it on YouTube. But what's her name? She has a channel on YouTube, and she mentioned it. But yeah, I already knew that about that. Yeah, 3 generations. So when you go to jail, three generations go with you to jail. Okay, 3 generations. That's crazy. That's some mafia stuff. 3 generations. That's some gangster stuff. Bobby said he'd be right back. To ready 1972. I'm no fan of Alex Jones, but he should be able to speak his mind whether we like it or not. Exactly. That's the whole point. That's what we have. That's what separates this country from other countries. All right. You got the right. We have the freedom of speech, freedom of religion. Of course, right now is one by two, one by the stone. Salah. See, freedom of religion. There you go. Otherwise, we would not be the greatest social experiment in history. Okay. Yeah. And then you guys are talking here. Yeah, I'm surprised Brother Scare Ministry has money. The power of donations. There's a lot of people out there. You got these followers, and I don't mean that derogatory people when I say follower. I'm talking about parishioners. Donations. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't blame some of these. What you see out there now it's ugly. When I hear these reports about what happened to these people in Gaza, I just heard today about they found, and I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's verified. I don't know. When you start beheading babies, you're a sick fuck. I'm sorry, that's just fucking sick. And the fact that we keep calling them militants is fucking upsetting. It pisses me off. But that's what you get from the mainstream. They don't want to mention that. They don't want to mention that. They want to blame it on, they want to blame it on Israel. That's what they're doing. They're trying to blame it on them, it's, and I don't want to get into that whole thing. That's a whole history thing. What I'm saying is, call a spade for what it is. I call a spade for what it is, a spade. That's it. Stop calling these people militants. Stop calling them like they're a noble army that are fighting, whatever. That's bullshit. Okay? My opinion is they need to be wiped out off the fucking map. If I was the leader, if I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna the number goes down to 0. I don't give a shit. If I was the leader of that country, I would nuke that fucking city. I would nuke it. Okay? What was it? 7 miles this way, 2 miles across, whatever the fuck. Nuke it. That's it. Nuke it. Carpet bomb the shit out of it. I'm sorry, they got hostage. You know what? Carpet bomb the shit out of it. Turn it back into where it was 1,000 years ago. It was sand. I'll turn that shit back into sand. That's what I would have done. And then I'll take all the heat in the world. Carpet bomb the shit. And you never had that problem again. Every country will say, you know what? Don't mess with this country no more. That's what I would have done. But the problem is we're soft now. We're too soft. We're too soft. We're soft now. You understand? And that's the problem. When you're too soft, you're going to get picked on. It's a fact of life. It happens everywhere in life. If you're too soft, you're going to get picked on. That's it. Same thing with a country. When you're too soft, until you lay down the hammer, that won't happen again. It may not happen again for generations. They might have to be reminded every few generations. This is history. History tells you that. You know, I mean, United States was at war with Germany when Germany was taking over the whole of Europe. Until what? And got fed up. Russia fought back on the Eastern Front. On the Western Front, it was England and us. And we got together and we smashed them. We smashed them. And you know what? And now they're a better country because of it. They are a better country because of it. Now they are, you know, they're not that national socialist. And I don't want to say the word, but that's what they were, national socialists. Okay? But you know what? United States, Russia, Great Britain, and a few, and Canada, a few smashed them. That's it. They became, same thing with Japan. Sometimes you gotta put the hammer. Bing! That's it. That's what they need to do now. They need to don't get caught up with the media saying, "Oh, they want to have a ceasefire." You want to have a ceasefire? The minute you're getting bombed, now you want to have a ceasefire. No, I say go through with it and level it, level the whole fucking city. Okay, that's what I say. Go old school, level the whole city down. And then I guarantee you, for a long time, nobody's going to bother them again. Everybody's going to say, you know what, that's it. But until they don't do that, it's going to keep happening. Okay, that's what happens. They're going to keep getting rockets over the fence, like what they did it was like two years ago. They had the same thing happen. The rockets going over the fence, and then they bomb back, and that's it. No, they need to go in there and level it now. Now that you killed this many people, you crossed over to their side, and you need to wipe, bulldoze. I don't care what you do. Knock down every fucking building that's there. Sorry. I'm gonna say it like it is here. I don't care. I'm a former Air Force. I'm gonna say it like it is here. You gotta have a deterrent. You gotta have a deterrent. That's it. If there's no deterrent, I tell this to every person. When you get bullied, you gotta punch the bully in the nose, and they'll put a stop to that. You put a stop to that. That's how you deal with bullies. That's what they're doing. They're bullying them because they're using, they're bullying them, and the UN. Even the UN is rigged. The UN is rigged. I wish the UN, if you don't get rid of them out of New York, just go. The UN building, you sell it. Or you know what? You want to be open border? Turn the UN into a condominium and put all the migrants in there. Right? That's what I would say. Turn the UN into a migrant condominium. Because they're useless. The UN is useless. To me, the UN is useless. Okay? They have the right to defend their own nation, and that's it. So I say, level the freaking city. I'm sorry. Yeah, UN, exactly. UN homeless shelter. Put better use of the UN building than what is being used now. They take up all this traffic in the first week of September, whenever the hell it is that they get together, and tie up all this traffic. You know what? Just send it to another place. Put the UN in Qatar, Doha, somewhere. Send the UN over there. And then, turn that building into a big migrant homeless thing, shelter, and that's it. Good Lord. Yeah. Two book Tim. Daniel started listening to Shortwave in the late 60s. You're a lot older than me then, because I'm not as old as that, but the point is, there's still a use for it, and we still need it. We need it now more than ever, because now we're under threat. Now we're under threat. Okay? We're under threat now. You know? Take care, hamradio DX. Yeah, sorry I'm ranting, but what else I'm gonna do right now? It's already it's gonna be 7 o'clock here. But yeah. Exactly. Now, my internet in 1995 was a lot better than what it was now. It's slow connection, but the stuff you see now, it's hard. The stuff you see now is so, cancel culture, all this stuff now. I don't like the internet anymore. I really don't. I really don't. And like I said, they'll do me a favor. If they ban me tomorrow morning, you're doing me a favor. I'll just go to another freaking medium. It's not like I'm rolling in dough here. I'm not rolling in dough and money's falling out the sky. You know? I could care less. Ban me. Ban me. I don't care. I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to stop being who I am because of cancel culture. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I already have Rumble. I have that. This all goes there. It's synced. I already have it syncing there. But the day they shut me down, I'll just start there. Live stream next day, I'll be on Rumble. Live streaming next day. I'll be on Rumble, whatever. I'll be on Rumble or on Getter. I'll stream right over there. Odyssey, I'll stream on Odyssey too. I have Odyssey. I have all of them. You go on my links page, my about page is all my social media is there. I'm on Rumble, I'm on Getter, I'm on Gab. I'm on all of that. But this channel is synced to Rumble right now, but it takes a couple of days for this to show up on Rumble. And then Odyssey it takes a couple of days also, I think, and then you'll see the same video over there. But if they were to my account's, I'll go right there. I'll be streaming right there. Boom. That's it. I'm not gonna open up another account on YouTube and try to appeal. No, I'll say, you know what? Screw you. I don't care. You know, I told my wife all the time when they made me, they broke the mold. I say that. I say that to my wife all the time. I said the day. I said it the other day. Like Bobby Knight. I don't know those of you who know who Bobby Knight is. He was a coach of Indiana Hoosiers. And I said it. I said the same thing. I said the day that I die, on my wake, I told my wife I want to be facing upside down. So when people come to see me, they're gonna kiss my ass. Now don't fake. I'm gonna be, instead of laying this way, I'm gonna lay the other way, and they can kiss that guy. Because they're not gonna they'll make them like me anymore. They're not gonna make you like I told her. I said you're never gonna find a guy like me again. I know, because I see the circle of people that's around. No. Okay. And I said bury me upside down, so people can kiss my rear end. End the story. That's Bobby Knight, bro. Bobby Knight, one of the greatest coaches in college basketball. Bobby Knight, that's what he said. Bury me upside down. I'm telling you. You know, I seen channels with the most stupidest content get 1 million viewers, million subscribers, excuse me. And videos that get millions of views for stupid. If what I'm telling you can't resonate with some people, then I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you. Because that's the problem with this country. We have a lot of people that are walking like that right now. They're walking zombies. When I walk outside, I see it all around me. Okay? People look at me when they see the antennas. Why do you have so many antennas? I say, because I listen to radio. They look at me like I'm weird. I said, no. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. If we ever have the apocalypse or natural disaster, or God forbid something happens, I got generators. I got a couple of generators in my garage. I got fuel. I got all this. I got stockpile. I got radio. I got this. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I feel sorry for you. You that are not prepared. You cannot fend for yourself. I feel sorry for you. You who cannot fend for yourself. You cannot think for yourself. And that's why I say that my audience here, he's one of the, I got some of the smartest people. And all you guys that are watching and watch the replay, I know you don't subscribe to my channel. That's fine. You don't have to subscribe to my channel. I got collectively, I got the greatest minds I ever met in my life in this channel. I can say that. I can say that. I got the greatest set of minds in this channel, in my chat, in this channel, period. I see some other channels you are doing very well. Dumb as dirt. But that's the common denominator. A lot of people want to watch dumb as dirt content. Lowest common denominator. That's what I call it. Lowest common denominator. That'll get you views. Oh, yeah, you know. This stuff that I talk about, this is going to get me banned one day. I think I'm going to get banned one day. I can see it. I can see myself getting banned because somebody's going to be some butthurt type person is going to try to, cancel me out one day. Piggyback off of it and try to cancel me. But hey, I'm gonna leave my mark. I'm gonna leave my mark no matter what. I said that a couple of years ago. I said, you know what? I could sit here and not do anything about it. I could start a channel and whatever happens, happens. And so far, yeah, but compared to the growth of other channels, I'm surprised. But I see why, because a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are just scared. They're just scared of being canceled. They're scared. I go to other stream. I watch Rudy Giuliani. And what they're doing to that man is criminal. America's mayor. What they're doing to him is criminal. When I go to the stream, I always thank him for his service, thank him for what he did for the city of New York, because now the city of New York is a cesspool. It's a cesspool. I wish you had a mayor like that over there. I don't live in New York City no more. I don't want to live in New York City, but yeah. People quickly forget, like same thing with the protest yesterday. The Free Palestine nonsense. 9/11 is what, 21 years now? 22 years ago. Now we have this nonsense in Times Square. Like, people don't remember what happened 22 years ago. Like, people don't remember. Like, people have short memories. And of course, I saw a statistic about that the other day. It was like, I think 2/3 of the people that are here in the United States now, they were born after 9/11. So that means that they just have no concept of the way it was before that. They have no concept of Pearl Harbor, of history, because they want to cancel all that too. They want to destroy history. They want to destroy history. This is what this does. This is the censor. They censor everything. They destroy history with this. All right, 20 seconds left. Let me take a sip. Let the ad come on. Maybe if I had a sponsor out there, I could say, well, I'm going to take my vitamins right now from Balance of Nature. And I'll take my vitamins. That'll be my sponsor break. And then... go look it up on my About page. You know why you asked me this question? If you could just go to my About page on my channel, everything is right there. People ask me all the time on my About page. Go there and you'll see where I'm from, where I'm at right now. This is what I'm talking about. Common sense. Common sense. If you go to my about page, everything is there. Just like I said the other day about the email. You keep asking me about the email, and I said, go to my about page. Right over your head, bro. Yeah. Let me go back up here. TV 1972. I don't sign many petitions either, but I had to sign that one. Free AM radio, I had to sign that one. And I said I was gonna keep promoting it until we and you know what? It was successful. And thank everybody for that. Thank everybody for that signing for that. But we needed to save that. Even if it's temporary, we need to save it. Because I think in my lifetime, we might lose it. Like I said, if God gives me maybe another 25 years of my life or whatever, or I could be gone tomorrow morning. Who knows? Hopefully I don't see the end of AM radio, but it can happen. Just like Europe. Europe is already happening. Europe is very progressive. That's why all these crazy things are happening over there. I'm not bashing Europe. I'm just saying you guys are really progressive. When I hear that word progressive, I do not like that word progressive. It's very lefty. Progressive means, they want to shove it down your throat. That's what I see progressive as. And shoving everything down your throat. TV 1972, slow connections, but more freedom back then. Exactly. My internet back in 1995 was a pleasant experience. Now it's all this is. Even when I go to Twitter, all I see is cancel culture. I go to Facebook, I see all this. And it's all around me. Even the TV now. Even back then, 1995, the news was you actually had a journalist. Back in 1995, the news person was a journalist. Actually went to journalism school, took up journalism. He was right down the middle, and he reported the news. Now we have opinionators. Now we have people just giving their opinion. Now it's editorial. Remember when you watched the news back in 1995 or 1990 or 1980? And they will always put that disclaimer. I know some of you are going to catch it. Some of you is going to go right over your head. It's okay. You're not as smart as me. I get it. I'm going to do a little Michael Savage on you now. You're not as smart as I am. I guess so. That's what whatever. Back in 1995 or 1980 or whatever it was, when a person was going to give their opinion, they will do a disclaimer. The editorial does not reflect our station, blah, 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 blah. Remember they would say that preamble? Remember you will get that preamble after the opinion or before the opinion. The editorial of this person is not, in other words, they were trying to prevent liability. The station will actually say, we're not responsible for what he's saying. That is his opinion. Remember that? They would say that when you watch an editorial portion of the news. It was an editorial. Now that's the norm now. Now that's the norm. It's no longer a journalist behind the anchor desk and trying to tell you the news. Now it's an opinion person giving their bias, their opinion about what's happening. So that's a big difference from 1995 to now. We have now opinionators. If that's even a word, opinionators or opinionated. And back then it was called editorial. And they would do the preamble before the comments of this we're not responsible for those comments, or we agree, and they would say it, and then that way they cover their they cover their butt. But that's what they would do back in 1995. Now everybody's opinionated. There's no more journalists. You don't have to go to journalism school to be to be a news anchor. You just got to be famous for something, and you wind up being one of those stations. There's no more journalism school for that. You don't have to go to journalism school. You just got to be somebody like a famous or personality, whatever. And enough people enough of a famous that people are gonna watch you. That's all it is now. Back then it was not like that. Back then you had to go to you had a journalism degree, and you had to report it down the middle. It's not the case now. So that's another thing about 1995. The internet was a lot better. It was slow, yeah, dial up or whatever, but you had the nonsense that we have now. When you're scrolling on your Facebook, you get all these. Out of one thing that's interesting, I get 5 things that are stupid, that are irrelevant to what I want to see. And it's just it's a time waste. You waste time. It's a time waste now when you try to shuffle all the stuff that's. It is. But that's why I still love radio, because of that. Because that's my escape from when I get off here now. When I get off this stream and all that, I don't be on the computer for the rest of the night. That's it. I'm done. I'll check my email because I'm expecting something, and that's it. I'm done. And then I'll come back tomorrow. I'll look at my computer, and that's it. I don't stay on the computer all day anymore. I don't do that. I just don't. It's just, and I definitely don't be using my phone all day. I don't do that either. And even though when I lay down and I listen to the radio, I could listen to streaming. Yeah, I could, but I still like to listen to the radio when I lay down. I have to have one of my radios there. I'll put it on low and I'll listen to it, and instead of having my phone, because I like to silence my phone. Because my phone, no matter how many apps you have, it's gonna blow up your phone. It's gonna keep you up all night with the stupid alerts. That's why I shut off all my alerts on my phone. Every app that I have, I usually shut off all my alerts. I don't want to be alerted every little. So just posted. So you never sleep. You'll never sleep. If I were to put all the alerts on each app of my phone, there's no way I could sleep, because it'll just blow up. See what I'm saying? So I just I have my radio, whatever radio I have, whatever the radio of the day is. What is my D109? I have one of these. I'm testing out another radio. I usually have that radio now. I'm testing it out. And there's another radio I just got now. I'm going to test that one out. I put one of these and I put my stations on, and that's it. I don't know. I don't want to be, it's like what they call white noise or something. Yeah. I know I rant a lot, but I'm telling you, this is who I am. I don't want. That's one thing I made it clear when I made this channel. I don't want my channel to be like every other channel. I don't want that. I didn't want that. I'm not trying to copy anybody. Today wasn't. I didn't plan today. I was working on the room. I'm picking up stuff. I said, I'm going to just stream. I'm going to stream today. I said, I'm going to stream. That's what I do. I'm going to stream. That's it. And whatever happens, and if this makes good views or whatever, that's fine. I got 15 likes. I got 10 people still watching me after 2 hours and 33 minutes. That's fine. That's fine. And some people agree with what I say. That's fine. Some people don't agree with me, and they say, "Oh, this guy, whatever." Okay, fine. That too. That's your. We all have the right to agree and disagree on every topic. I don't want people following me blindly. No, I want to be with like-minded people. And I say all the time, I got the smartest people in this channel. I got the most smartest people. I know some of the smartest people ever. I can say that 100%. Because I'm telling you, what's out there, especially here, when I walk out there, it's scary. It's scary, the mindset that these people are. They're very dependent on other stuff, on other things. Very sensitive people. They're not self-thinking people. It's scary. It's scary what you see out there. Like trained seals, I see out there. When I put on, I was watching something and I saw these people in the Times Square. I was like, oh my God, thank God I don't live in New York City anymore. I have to walk around I had to walk by to see that. Walk by to see that nonsense, all that hate speech, parading like that. And you could tell when you look at the protesters, some of them are paid. They're not. These are young kids that they just paid to be there, and they're yelling out stuff. They have the flag. They have the Palestinian flag in it. They have no. They can. I mean, most of the people can't even find it on a map. They just paid agitators. That's all they do. They just pay people to go there and shout what they're shouting. And I was watching, because I saw it on another YouTube channel. I was watching and they had a live stream, and I was watching, and it was commenting back and forth. But I posted just, and I see the comments. It's like stupid. But when you look at them watch, a lot of them, it's like they just there to, they get paid. They're paid to just protest. Like you can tell, like, and then some of them, they cover their face. Like, why are you covering your face? You should be, if you believe that, you should be proud of it. Be proud of what you're saying. Don't cover your face when somebody put a camera on you and you yelling all this stuff. You don't cover yourself. So some of them were covering themselves. So that tell me also that those are paid people, because they probably wind up in other protesters, the same people. That's their job. In other words, that's their job. They just get gigs to go protest, and they get paid. It's pathetic. It's sad, but it is. That's what it is. Yeah, Radio Romania on 11.8. James Farley. Chris C, I love listening to radio, and I have bought some shortwave radio and handheld ham radios. Yeah, exactly. I have handheld radios. I was reluctant, but once I got my first handheld and then FTA, then I decided to get my license. And now looking back on it, I wish I could have done it sooner. But better late than never. And you know what? It's another, just like I got my GMRS license too. That one I had to pay for it. You just get a call sign for this radio. And that radio, I could use a handheld, so that's all. That's another medium you can, for emergency. I know people keep saying radio is dead and all this type of radio is dead. It's not dead. It's just, people don't understand. And those that don't understand, you're just not going to understand it. That's it. I like I said, I've been on the internet since the early 90s. I know the internet has changed a lot. And like I said, 40 years of my life, I didn't need a mobile phone. I don't need a mobile phone. Do I really need it? Because I text back and forth. I don't really need it. Did it improve your communication? Yeah, it does, because I text back and forth with my wife when she's at work. I text back and forth when she needs something. We text back and forth. But am I totally dependent on it? No. I'm not. I'm not going to be dependent on it. I know people. I'll give you a funny example. When I lived in the Bronx, if those of you that never lived in New York City, if you don't buy a lot of bulk items, you don't need a car. You can get around without a car. They have a mass transit system over there. They have a lot of buses, a lot of cars. Even though they raise the fare, you still don't need a car, because you don't want to deal with the parking. You don't want to deal with insurance. I never owned a car. To this day, until recently, I never owned a car. Didn't need to. Because I lived in New York City all my life. I know how to get around. I like walking a lot. Everything in New York City, everything is out there. It's 24/7. Some places are open. Everything is just big cities. Like a lot of modern cities are like that. They have everything. I know people that when they bought, the minute they got their driver's license, they had to go like 5 blocks away. They would drive to the area 5 blocks away just to pick up food. They got lazy. In other words, they got lazy. Me, I walk. I said, no, I'm gonna walk. You know, I lived on a. I'm not gonna say what, you know, but I'm gonna go to Fordham Road. So from my house at the time is about 7 blocks away. I would walk. I would walk. Not my friend at the time. He would drive. He got lazy. That's what cars do too. They make people lazy. I'm gonna say sometimes if you live in a city, it make you lazy. You know, knock on wood to this day. You know, I don't have no major health issues or whatever. Thank God. The guy I mentioned, he has health issues. I used to walk. I walk a lot. I still walk. I still try to walk a lot. He doesn't. In his case, he you know, wound up getting he wound up diabetic and all that. He's on all types of medication because some things make you lazy. And I'm not saying to go ban them. I'm just saying, you know, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You know, and that's the same thing with this technology. It makes people lazy. You know, everybody Google everything now. I remember when we had to write a term paper, we had to go to a library. We had to get that book on that topic. You had to and when you make a book report, you literally have to make a book report. You have to. Now you can go to Chat GPT, whatever the hell it is. You can just say, it does make a term paper for you now. And I'm telling you, young guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Do your research. Don't do that. Don't. But that's what happened. This made us lazy. It did. I see it. I see it around me. It makes people lazy. Okay. When I was 7 years old, and I was my son's age, 8 years old, I used to read encyclopedias. I had a whole wall of encyclopedia. I read every encyclopedia. Boom, 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 all the way down. I read them all. I read history books. I read the dictionaries. I used to read dictionaries. Big fat Oxford dictionary. I would go through the whole dictionary, you know, over time and look at different words. Oh, this is what this, you know, it was just me. I wanted to sit down and read them. We don't have that today. We don't have that today. We don't have that. When I went to my son's school the other day, a lot of kids in that class, I was the only dad. No, me and some other guy. There was 2 dads. It's sad. I was the only dad there and the other guy. Everybody else there were moms. Maybe the dad was working. I don't know. Maybe that too. It could have been that too. But a lot of them needed interpreters. Only me and the guy, the African American guy, we didn't need an interpreter. I know English very well, but they need an interpreter for the other 15 parents. I don't know, because maybe they chose not to learn the language. I don't know what the issue is, but that is a disadvantage for the child. Because remember, I'm a college graduate. My wife is a college graduate. I could be certified to teach my son. He doesn't have to go to school. I could teach him everything here. But that's not the case with others. And the teacher was saying, he's saying that the parents that I want to be here are not here, because there's some kids there that a lot of it is because of the pandemic. Remember, we had remote learning for a year and a half. So a lot of kids really fell behind. A lot of kids, they don't do their homework, and not me. My son does his homework every night because of my wife. My wife and I, we're on top of him. His education is important to him. I want him to. When you're smart, you can open a lot of doors in life. When you're smart, and I mean, not only educated, smart, just smart. You know, a lot of doors are going to open for you. But if you get lazy and you don't want to learn, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt either by making the wrong choices, voting the wrong people. You're going to get hurt because you didn't learn. You didn't learn. That's why it's important. I see it. When I look at some of them, they were like, they didn't understand what the teacher, even when they were interpreting, they didn't understand what the teacher was saying, because the teacher was telling us what was going to be the curriculum for that year, for this school year, and they were lost. And my teacher was saying, your child needs to learn this, this, and this, and this to pass the state test. This, and this, and they were like deer in headlights. Deer in headlights. So when your parent doesn't know anything and they're not educated, whatever, what are the chances that your son is going to be like that, or your daughter? You see what I'm saying? They're at a disadvantage already. They're at a disadvantage. So that's why, you know, when I see a kid like Radio ID Scan, that he's into radio, he's a smart kid. He's a smart kid. When I see Autism Radio, you're a smart kid. Because you're doing something that a lot of these kids don't even think about doing. But that's what separates you. That's what makes you unique. You're smart. You know, like when I remember his railroad modeling channel, his railroad model channel. And the guy, he's a big, I don't know, he has like 200,000 subscribers. I forgot. He said when he was a kid, people would bully him because he used to like model trains. But he said that didn't stop him. That did not stop him from, he could easily say, oh, I want to be a cool kid. Hey, model trains are not for me. Radio is not for me because I want to be a cool kid. I want to fit in. Problem is when you try to fit in, you're going to fit in the wrong crowd. Or you're going to fit into their values. And you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt in more ways than one. You're going to get hurt. Stick to your own, set your own path. Believe in yourself. And when I see kids like, they're smart kids. When you're in this channel and not some Looney Kazoonie channel where you can just watch the lowest common denominator stuff, that showed me that you're a smart kid. You're a smart kid. You're a smart kid. Now you could watch this stream and listen to me, and you're a smart kid. And I'm not tooting my horn, but that's a unique, like Keegan DXA. He's 26, 20. I know he's in Arizona right now. He went up. He had a family thing that he's going, like a vacation or something. I don't know why. When I see young kids like that and they're still interested in this stuff, you're a smart kid. I give you thumbs up on that. You're a smart kid. I give you props because you're doing something that a lot of kids don't do. And when you're doing two things, you're keeping a hobby alive, but also you're learning something that a lot of kids don't want to. They're too lazy, or they just don't care, and they rather do the lowest common denominator thing, like whatever. I'm telling you, you're a smart kid. And I'm proud. I'm proud that, I told my wife, I said, I got a couple of young kids in it. He said, yeah, he's smart. I said, yeah, smart young guy, he's smart. I said, wow. He said, wow, that's very, very, because it's unique. It's unique. A lot of we're losing a lot. We're losing this hobby. We're losing out to a lot of, young kids now. They're doing other stuff. It goes back to this guy. I can do everything here. No, I never became a Boy Scout. Looking back on it, I wish I could have became a Boy Scout because there were some aspects of Boy Scout that I was interested in. I like the stuff that they teach them, how to make a fire, how to, first aid. There's a lot of good things about becoming a Boy Scout. Of course, now, it's been, but, I didn't become a Boy Scout because my mother couldn't afford for me to buy all the stuff, like the camping stuff. Because I remember it cost money to buy this, to buy that, if you want to have all, because we was poor. You just couldn't. But I wish I could have became a Boy Scout. It did appeal to me that, to learn all this, some of it survival stuff. Like I know how to make a fire. I had to learn it on my own, but it would have been nice as a kid. Make your own fire, start your own fire, and you get back. And that's the cool thing about that back then. It would give you achievements. It would teach you. You want to earn this badge, then you got to do this and this and this and this. You earn that badge. You want to do this and this, you earn that badge. Then when you accomplish so many badges, you become an Eagle Scout. That's like the top Boy Scout, whatever. You get an Eagle badge. You know, that's like, that teaches you a lot of things. It teaches you about goals. You set a goal for yourself and go after it, and don't let nobody get in your way. That's what I like about the aspect of Boy Scouts. And my son, I want to do that. I said, you know what? I will encourage him. You have goals. You get badges. You know, you get a badge for, you know, I don't know, cooking. You get a badge for this, but it teaches you life skills. And that's the problem we have. We have a lot of people that are just so dumbed down, they cannot fend for themselves. We're setting them up for failure. And let's say something. In this country, we're falling behind a lot in a lot of areas, in math and reading, in just in general, just, you know, we're falling behind. We really are falling behind. And that's the future. That's the future of our nation. We have generations that are just dumbed down to the point where they cannot fend for themselves. They're not willing to stand up for themselves. They're willing to get bullied. They're not gonna be any type of resistance. We're gonna be invaded. It's gonna be pure simple. History gonna repeat itself. It's gonna repeat itself. It's gonna repeat itself. I'm ranting here now for 2 hours and 51 minutes. 17 likes, nine people watching. Thank you. I'm gonna read some stuff, and then we're gonna. Well, I could go on about that. I could do the whole channel on this, but I do it in this channel because, you know, I already have a captive audience, and people can watch the replay. I post this on other social media after I'm done. I get more views on other social media than I do here. When it comes to like Twitter, I'll get more views on this video on Twitter than probably in YouTube alone. But yeah, I'm sorry. Let me go back up here. Yeah, UN homeless shelter. Yeah, I'm telling you, they should do it with the UN. Just do it with the UN and give that to the migrants and all that. We better use at least, you know, because the UN was a waste. You know, it was the League of Nations, then it became the UN, and they're just useless right now. Yeah. You can always go to Rumble. I already have Rumble. In fact, I'm going to put the link to all mine in social media, and you can follow me and all those things if you want to follow me there. And I'll follow you back on any media and you want to. All my links. I have my other channels there. I was gonna do a live stream with the Danny Show today. Actually, I was thinking about doing all this stuff. But I may do that soon. Maybe even tomorrow. Who knows? I don't know. So in there, I got all this stuff here. I got let me scroll down here. I got Reddit. I have my own groups on Reddit. Because I join other groups, and when you post something, I don't know what happens. Some people don't like it. So I just started my own group. Of course, I have TikTok, which I know you have TikTok too, T Radio 972. I know T Radio 972 has TikTok. Right here is a Getter. That's another one. There's Getter. Let me see, what am I with Getter? 650, 665. Okay. And that's Getter. I got Gap. I got Odyssey is right there. And Rumble is right here. This is Rumble. So this is but I have two channels. I have this one on the retro gaming channel. So right now, see, it's about a few days behind. So my live streams should be coming up soon. So it takes about they usually update. I don't upload this. They do it by themselves. It does it by itself. It's syncing. They call it syncing. And yeah. So I have all of these things, you know. So I have all of this, yeah. Because you know what? You got to keep your options open. You got to keep your options open, people. Especially if you want to keep, your channel, you know. There's a lot of channels I used to follow here. Now they got demonetized. They got demonetized or whatever happened to them. And I see them on Odyssey now. Or I see them on Rumble. Because they got demonetized. That can happen here. Like I said, I'm not rolling in dough. Sorry, I'm gonna skip my nose. Let me blow my nose. Sorry. Jeez. Yeah. Sorry about that. I could get demonetized, but that's okay if I get demonetized. I hope I don't, but if I do, so be it. But you could get your account banned. That's a whole different ballgame. When you get your account banned, that's it. You cannot come back. Even if you try to start another account with the same name, they'll just ban you. And when you get banned, that's the ultimate. I cannot come up with Danny Shortwave and Radio DX2 or whatever. No, when you get banned, you get banned. And I'm not sure. I'm not gonna. I'll say, you know what? I did a good run, and I'll be it. I'll go to another medium. That's it. Another website, whatever. So yeah, so I got everything's there. I got Rumble, everything is there. You can go there because you never know. You never know. Because YouTube always changing the rules. That's one thing about YouTube. They're always changing the rules. They're always changing the rules. Even all this expletive that I said, they're probably gonna demonetize this stream. This stream is not gonna get monetized. Because maybe I said too many certain words, and that's it. And it doesn't have to be, it could be any word that they disagree with. You said this app, like the other day, in another stream, we were talking about streaming TV, and there's a word that you can't say. I don't know. He said you can't say the K word. And I said, what, Cody? So I guess they get banned for that now. It's ridiculous, Yeah. Dwayne Trivet, right? You are. Hello, and everyone. Hello, Dwayne Trivet. Yeah. Daniel Mark LeBlanc, did you ever come across the AR3000 shortwave receiver? Strange looking receiver, but apparently they work well. I was wondering if you had an opinion about this. Let me see the AR. Which is that one? AR. What is the brand on that one? AO. Okay, AOR. You mean? No, I know those are very expensive. AOR. We're talking about. That's like the other brand. Those are very expensive. That's the AOR. AR. Let me see which one comes up. If it comes up on Google. 3000, was it 3008? Okay, yeah, that one came up on the search. Yeah, so right now they have them. I see them on eBay for 300, and yeah, I'm not gonna pay that. That's out of my price range. But it's a wideband receiver, so that means it goes from. Let me see. Let me check that. Okay, so that's a wideband. That goes from. Okay, so that's like HF, UHF, VHF. So that's very wideband. Okay. Well, from what I know about them, from what I read, they're very good receivers. And it has all the popular modes, AM, Yeah, so that's like, like Jill's has the ICOM, what is it, the R8600? Jill's has the ICOM. Is it R8600? I forgot which one he has. I don't know off the top of my head. I can't remember. The one that he's been using for years, his ICOM. That's a wideband that he has. That's very wideband. That goes down for the long wave band all the way up to UHF. So the same thing with this one. Okay, so it's very wideband. So 2 gigahertz, 100 kilohertz up to 2 gigahertz. Price looks kind of interesting for $349. That's not bad. Although for me, like I said, I will have to look into it more. But because I know a wideband receiver like this can be expensive. Like Jill's, I think when Jill's bought his, I think he paid over $1,000. I forgot how much he paid for his. It was a lot of money. A wideband, especially a good wideband. And this is AOR. AOR is a very good brand. So let me look at the pictures for see if there's anything. Let me see. This looks like an older. I don't know when I don't know what year they made this one, but it looks interesting though. It looks interesting. Sorry, I got them. Let me see. It does look interesting though, because AOR is a very well-regarded brand. You know, and they have the 5,000 right here. Wow, 5,000. Wow, that's not bad. I have to look out. I have to look at reviews on it on like YouTube videos on it and all that, but that looks pretty good. If I was really looking into this radio, I would make an offer, and I'm gonna put it on the watch list anyway, just to see if they make an offer back to me. But I can make an offer and say, you know what, if this radio, if I could get this radio for like $200, I wouldn't mind. $349. That's like my, like I'm already happy with what I got. But this is like the I have to see why these radios are so low. Maybe the LCD goes bad after a certain amount of time. Like, why is it at $349? What is the original price on this? I have to do the research. But it looks okay. It looks like, I think it look, because like I said, AOR is a very good brand. When you see it, when you look at AOR stuff like antennas and all, they're very expensive. And I know it's not only because expensive, it's good, but I know they're highly regarded radios, Daniel. So I will have to do more research on that, because I don't shop for those type of radios. Because I'm not really buying any, tabletop radios anymore like that. Like I already have what I have, but it's interesting that why is it $349? What is the original price on it? How old is it? Because it looks kind of old. It looks like it's already. It looks old. So maybe that's why I wouldn't buy it. It's too old, and it's gonna, I'm gonna have to replace capacitors and all this stuff. But the one that Jill's have, the Icon, what is it? Let me look it up. Let me see if I see one here. R8800. This is the one that he has. No, not the one he has. No, he doesn't have that. No, it's not this one. I forgot which one he has. Is it it's not the 8600. Okay, that's the newer one. I forgot which one the one he has then. I forgot which one. It's not the 8600. It's another one. But I know he paid his. I think he paid over $1,000. I remember. I think he paid. He might have paid, I think, $1,200. I forgot what it was. But that's a very good radio that he has. That's a very good radio as a wideband. Because another thing about wideband radio, sometimes the wideband radios, the thing about the wideband radio, sometimes they're not the best overall radio. It's just wideband, but they may not be good receivers for shortwave or long wave, and they might, like a more specialized radio will be better. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, for example, like I have the, you could disagree with that. I don't know, because I know, for example, this one, right? This Icon Kenwood R2000 is a very good shortwave receiver. It's very good shortwave receiver. I know they have an add-on to this to make it VHF. I know James Farley has the 5000, I think. He has it with the VHF. He said that VHF is pretty good on it. But this is not $300 when it first came out. It was not $300 radio when it first came out. And, I don't know how good the VHF will be for this. But in other words, You know, I would do my research. I would just do my research to see if that, you know, and it has a make offer. So you know, you're not paying $349 for it. So for example, that one, even if you make an offer, you know you're gonna get it less than $349. But I don't know. Me personally, I'm not gonna buy. I wouldn't buy. I'm not gonna buy that radio for $349. That's just me. I'm not gonna do it. But you know, that's your budget, whatever. And that's if you're looking for wideband. I'm happy with my best wideband. I'll tell you right now. This is my best wideband. This is my best wideband. This is very good on shortwave. This is very good on medium wave. This is very good on long wave, VLF, VHF, UHF. This is very good receiver. This is my best wideband radio I have right here. Okay. There's no radio that comes close to this radio. Wideband. Okay. Every other radio is either, for example, this is shortwave, you know, general coverage, you know. Anything here that's wideband. You know, I have multi-band radios, but they're not that great. And this blows it away. You know, and Jill said it too. He said he would not buy another. Even Jill said it. I remember he said that. He said he would not buy another ICOM, whatever, because you have this now. If you're looking for a wideband radio, this is the better. This is better. Get an SDR like this. But this covers all of that. This covers 2 gigahertz, all the way to 2 gigahertz. This right here. So I'm happy with that wideband. You know, yeah, do I have dedicated radios I can listen to VHF, UHF? I have a few. I have you know, I have these the handhelds. I also have the Yaesu FT818ND that I can go VHF, UHF with that. I can listen to some. I got my scanners. That's another thing. That's another thing. I got scanners. You know, this can go from 25 megahertz up to what is it? 900 plus megahertz, under gigahertz. This is pretty wideband too. It just doesn't do shortwave. Only 25 megahertz and up. But I have a lot of other radios for that. So everything else, and this is pretty good. This is very sensitive too. But to bridge all of these together, I love this guy. This is the best wideband radio I have. Right here. And it got 3 antenna inputs, 3 different antennas. So you're not switching. You're not having a physical switch. You just switch them on the software, boom, right there. So I could be listening to long wave. And all of a sudden I want to go all the way to you know, I don't know, shortwave band, the CB radio, switch. I can use the same antenna actually. And then for VHF, UHF, I use my disc cone. So I can have this one for the loop, this one for the disc cone, and then this one for the end fed. And you know that too. So I mean, it's an interesting radio. It looks interesting. Yes, it looks like it's old. So he says from the 90s. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, it's an interesting radio, but I have to look into why would I pay, because I paid 200 for this one, for this FRG 7700. This one also has a VHF module. I remember this one. I don't have it on this one, but this one you could also put a VHF module. If I want to go and I don't want to, you know. But anyway, I think I paid $225. $225. I'm gonna say it was not bad. $225. It was pretty good. But wideband, I'm gonna say the SDR. SDR is just way You know, if I don't want a physical tabletop, I love the SDR. You know, it's so much. It's more fun. I mean, this one in the 750. I don't know. It's this one has better sound. This one has a few filters. This one has AM sync. Supposedly it's supposed to be a better radio, but I don't know. It's hard to say the 750 and the 800 which is better, because the 750 that was a new model. This one is not a new model. I bought this used 150. I paid 150, but it has its quirks. Like shortwave, on shortwave with the even with the antenna is okay, but on shortwave with the MLA 30 is very good. The 800 is very good on shortwave. With external antenna is much better. I think that's what suffers the what's that model? The Sanjian ATS 909X is the same issue. With the whip, it's okay, but it's much better with external antenna. This falls in that category for me. The Grundig 800 on external antenna, this is way better on shortwave. But with the whip, it's okay. But I notice it could be a little, but maybe it's because of my model. Remember, like I said, I bought this used. It's already probably a little long in the tooth, kind of older. So maybe that's what it is too. But I got the Silas 750 is pretty good radio. It is a good radio. You know, again, the whole thing with the wide filter is not a big deal for me. But this one has the bandwidth right here. I got the 3 bandwidth filters. Okay. This one only has 2. Let me see if I remember. Where is it at? Yeah, this one only has 2 filters. It has wide and narrow. It only has 2 bandwidth filters. And the wide one is, I heard, is a little too wide. And this one is 6 kilohertz wide, 4, and then 2.3. So they addressed that issue on this. On this one, they addressed the issue that this one only has two. It has wide and narrow. That's it. So I like that one. I really like that radio. But this one is pretty good too. It's just that this one is a behemoth. Yeah. But yeah, that AR AR3000A, I have to look more into that, because maybe there's an issue with the LCD. Maybe it's just sometimes those radios they're cheaper because of some major issue. Like maybe the LCD always fails; they go blank. Because that's the Sequent radio that I was looking at the other day. It's a good radio, but it has a one major issue, and that's the LCD. After a couple of years, it goes blank. And then you're out of luck. Then you have a blank screen. So maybe the AOR, maybe I have to look at the flaws. I have to focus on what's wrong with the radio. Why the radio is $350. I don't know what was the original price on it. I think that radio could have been $1,000. I think maybe when that radio came out in the 90s, it was over $1,000 or more. But why is it a $350? Why is he willing to sell it for lower? Is it because it has an issue with something? You have to look into that. All right, so let me go down here. Hello, David's Radio Room. Yeah, I've been on for 3 hours, and I just popped in today to do a stream. And I'm going to sign off in a bit. Daniel Mark Levant, are they any good compared to regular stuff from... is it better than most other receivers from the sample? I don't know, because that's the thing. I'm not, there was a lot of great receivers. But wideband, and also wideband. Also, wideband, that's another thing. And like some people say, I agree with this. Sometimes a wideband radio may not be the best overall radio. Sometimes we try to look for one. Sometimes we try to look for one radio to do everything, and sometimes it sucks at everything. It does everything, but not good. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes that happens, and I don't like to. I don't like. That's why I don't care about when they say, "Oh, they should add this and this and this to the radio." No. If the radio is good for that particular band, then that's a great radio for that band. That's it. You can't make that radio to be like this is a good shortwave radio. This is a good medium wave radio. Would have been a good wideband radio if they had it? You don't know. We don't know. But that's the point I'm trying to say. Like this is a good shortwave radio, and it should be like that. This is a good scanner for what it is. If you were to put like, oh, let's break this scanner down to a long wave band, then it's no longer is. So you got to be careful with that when you see a wideband radio. It may not be good on any band. It might be mediocre. I'll give you an example. Where is that icon? I can't find it right now. Where I put it on? Oh, right here. Icon. This is older, by the way. Icon computer control radio. This is a wideband radio. So this goes down to the I think 100 kilohertz long wave band up to I think it's 2 gigahertz. It's a good radio. It's not as sensitive as I thought it would be. It's good. It's not but it also doesn't have single sideband. It doesn't have all these what you showed me, all these modes. It doesn't have all these modes on this thing. It doesn't have it. It doesn't have CW. It doesn't have upper sideband, lower side. It doesn't have any of that. It doesn't have that. It's a wideband radio. It was probably very expensive when it came out, but it doesn't have any. It doesn't have any modes like that. So it's not that good. It's okay, but you're not gonna be able to listen to every little thing, everything you can pick up. That's why I don't like to go for wideband radios anymore. I like to go for specific. Like I want a real good shortwave radio. Like you see, like Drake makes real good shortwave radios. If I can get a very good radio, then that's it. They specialize in good shortwave radio. That's it. Whatever. So you gotta be careful with that when you start looking into when you see the radio that can do all of that. Can it do it well in all of that? Yeah. James Farley. Yeah, exactly. James Farley, all AOR radios are very expensive no matter. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, that's why when I'm looking at that price, I'm like, okay, I have to do more. But yeah, AOR are very expensive radios. Everything they make is expensive. I know that for a fact. I see because I seen enough of them. I never bought one because they're out of my price when I look for stuff. So he said he's thinking from the 80s. It looks old. It looks older. Yeah. David's ready. If you turn it 90 degree, it will pick up sideband. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. And you got the grin on your face. I don't know about that. Let me see. Daniel Mark LeBlanc compare satellite. Okay, yeah. So I like them both. This one, that one was my first radio when I came back to the hobby. That's what that was. And then this one, it was just opportunity. I saw this one on Craigslist and I just made an offer and I bought it for $150. It was just opportunity. Would I pay full price for this one? Would I pay $400? No, I'm not gonna pay $400 or $500. No, I'm not. It's opportunity. I saw the opportunity and boom. It depends on it depends on your budget. My budget is not that big, I have to be, especially when I was working, now I'm not working. I can't just buy whatever I want to buy. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way now. Now I gotta rely on YouTube if I want to buy the next radio. Next radio, it has to be YouTube money. So yeah. So it depends on your budget. James Farley, IC 8600. I think that's the one that I think that's the one. I said R, it's not R. Yeah, it's IC. I think it's the IC 8600. Danny Mark Leva, someone wants 425 Canadian. It's from the 90. I don't know. See, that's why. What's the exchange rate? I forget what 425 Canadian is to here. But, again, that's your budget. I'm happy with my widebands. My SDR, that's my best wideband. And Joe said it. I remember he said it. He said now he will not buy a radio, a wideband. He will not buy now because his SDR is his wideband receiver. Makes sense. That makes sense. Like me, I wouldn't buy it because I have my scanner for that. VHF, UHF, got my scanners. HF, I got these guys. So I'm covered. It's just, it's not only one radio, but I'm covered. So unless I get one for like nothing, but I'm not gonna pay. Well, for I already have everything here that I want to listen to. So yeah, and then when I want to go down to VLF, these radios can't do VLF, right? Because we're talking about under 100 kilohertz. And I go back to this guy. None of these can do under 100 kilohertz. This guy, and there's very few portables that can do it. I know the DGen 1103 or the Cato 1103. I think there's a hack. Yeah, no, I don't think so. No, plus I choose to stay home for my son. No, I don't think I lost contact with the real world. I think it's just actually the real world is a different world now. My last job I had, let me tell you something. Right there, Kawasaki. I work at the plant right there. Lunch break, they had a big. They have a big. I'm sorry. So you think I'm out of touch? Big cafe, big dining, whatever you want to call it. A break room. Everybody's having lunch. Wait, what's on the big screen? And they never changed that channel. You know what they put on every day when I was there? CNN, and I would watch these people clap like seals, like trained seals. Oh, they're gonna lock this guy up. And I would just shake my head like it's not even about that. But it's like, can you put something else every once in a while? Can you just not have one news network that you have to really watch? Can you at least put some sports on? There's a lot of males there. We're talking about a train where they make final assembly for subway cars. 90% males. They put in CNN and they like trained seals. Now I just look at them like, some of these people are really like, I'm sorry, they're lost. So yeah, if it means that, then you know why I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy where I'm at. Because right now, I could, of course I could, but we made the decision that I want to stay here with my son. Because it's very important that in the early years, when people, there's parents that got to take their kids to daycare, and daycare raises them. I didn't want that to happen to him. He's not going to be raised by daycare. There's always going to be a parent in his 24/7. It's going to be her and me, or me and her at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my son to be raised in daycare, because daycare, raising daycare, all you do is warehousing the kid. He's going to learn their values. He's going to learn their things, and it's very important at an early age you be there for them. Once my son becomes a teenager, he's going to start exploring. Hopefully by then he'll have the foundation that he will do the right decisions. He will not, hopefully even if he does a mistake, hopefully it's not a catastrophic mistake. That's all I expect and I pray for. So, so it's not a monetary thing, thank God we're in a better position. Well, I don't have to work 2 jobs right now, and he's stuck in daycare all day. So I'm thankful for that. That's why I have the opportunity to do this. Otherwise, I could be, I could be working in, of course. And I'm trust me, and I tell you that I could be losing money because I would be making good money. So I'm actually losing money. That too, but you gotta understand, you gotta wait or two. We want to make a lot more money. Yeah, I could make a lot more money, but now my son is being raised by somebody else. Daddy daycare. That's what I call it, daddy daycare. Okay, and that's not, we don't want to do that. Okay, we don't want to do that. So, and to answer your question, so I'm not. I haven't lost contact with the world. The world changes. That's fine. And of course, I adapt to some of these things. I'm not a Neanderthal. I got 2 degrees. I got a degree in computer science. I got a degree in information system. I got an associate and a bachelor's degree. Jet engine mechanic. I was a jet engine. If you're talking about smart, I'm probably smarter than anybody you ever met in your family. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You don't know me from a hole in the ground. When I tell you that, you take that to the bank. I'm probably one of the smartest guys you ever met in your life, if you ever meet me. Okay, I'm a well-rounded person. I believe that. Okay? I'm not hiding behind a pseudonym. My name is my name. My channel is my name. That's it, bro. And I have other channels to prove it. I'm a well-rounded person. I got a retro gaming channel. I got crypto channel. I could talk about money. I could talk about investing. I could talk about all that. I could talk about history because you know what I'm saying? This is not just a one-dimensional person. Because you got to be a well-rounded person to survive in this world. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you. Okay? I could work. I could be in the technical field. I could be in the IT field. I could be in the service field. It doesn't matter. I've done it all. I've done it all. Okay? So I'm not into, I have not lost touch in the world. Unfortunately, the world is changing for the worse. It is. It is because we got a lot of cancel culture. Cancel culture is the number one thing that's going to kill this country is cancel culture. You got to be true to yourself. Okay? You got to be true to yourself, and that's the problem. We're like when I said about voting with your feelings instead of voting for common sense, when you vote for your feelings, you're going to get hurt. When you invest in money, do you invest with your feelings or do you invest because you think you're going to make money? You think there's going to be profitability? You think you're going to be able to earn money, earn income, earn interest, whatever you want to call it? Or you voting because it's going to make you feel good? You see what I'm saying? If you think with your feelings, then your life is going to be hard for you, bro. When everything you decide has to do with feelings, you're going to have a long road, bro. You're going to have a long road. You're going to have so many disappointments in your life because you're thinking with your feelings instead of being common sense and practical. Okay? Be practical. Have common sense. It's better to be realistic than be unrealistic. And that's the problem. We're having too many unrealistic expectations in this country with so-and-so. They want to get rid of Christopher Columbus because it's Indigenous Day. That's not going to change what happened. You want to talk? I drop history on you if you want to know. Listen, it's not going to change what happened. What happened happened. History happens for a reason. History happened. Many years ago was Christopher Columbus was no, he was probably slave trader. I don't know. It still doesn't take away from the achievement that he did and founded this new world. But of course, they want to cancel him because of that one little thing. And that's the problem. They want to, we all human. We all human. We all make certain decisions. We all make mistakes. And some of it, you not be proud of it, whatever, we're not proud of it, that's fine. But when you start canceling out George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, all that, that's the foundation of this country. I mean, What are you going to replace it with? History is there for a reason. It's for you not to repeat. You don't make those mistakes. Every country has blood on their hands. Okay? But you know what? We learn from it. And we progress. And the problem is that the thought police want to think for you now. They want to think for you. They want to spoon feed you, and they want to shove this down your mouth and say, this is what you're going to do now. You're going to accept, like if I was a Catholic, and I'm not overly religious person, okay? I'm not. But if I was a practicing Catholic or Christian, and and I do believe in some of them, and you're going to tell me you're going to make a cake that's going to have a dildo on it, I'm going to say no, because I don't believe in that nonsense. And he's going to get canceled out because of that, because he's sticking up for his belief. So, yeah, I don't care about that. I don't care about below contact, because some of it comes down to values. And we don't have that no more here. We don't have that no more. People walk into stores now and steal stuff all the time. So, yeah, I lost touch with that world. Of course I lost touch with that world, because I respect property. Okay, I respect property. I believe when you go to, and let me tell you, all these stores around here, they're beneficial to me. Why would I want to burn down my own stores that I live in? If I need milk, I can just walk down the block and buy milk. Why would I want to burn down the store? And a lot of these people don't have the common sense, and they're too busy with their feelings, and they burn down everything because they think they're going to feel good about it, without thinking about the consequences of it. But see, that's how, do I get deep like that? Yeah, I'm deep like that, because you know what? I keep it real here. I'm going to keep it real. So, yeah, I'll get a job when I want to get a job. I can get a job next week, whatever. But my situation allows me to raise my son here, and I'm going to do that. I'm not going to shove him in daycare. Wow, like what happened in the Bronx a few weeks ago, where that poor baby died of fentanyl poisoning because they were doing fentanyl. They had a fentanyl farm inside that freaking daycare. So a bunch of kids got poisoned from fentanyl, and the kid died because it was a front for a drug factory, fentanyl factory. No, thank you. That's okay. You know what? You can have your world. I'll stay with my world. My son will be safe in this world. I'm not gonna shove him in. Come on, bro. That's your best argument. There you go. Volleyball, right back to you. Yeah, 2 degrees and all that stuff, bro. Computer science degree. My grade point average. Come on, bro. 3.88. 4 years of college. Okay, so come on, bro. Come on, you're not talking to no. Don't be wrong. Don't be fooled with the smile. That's a stereotype. Don't think I'm a hillbilly. I know, oh my God, he's a hillbilly. He's a country hillbilly. Don't be fooled by this. A lot of people get fooled by this. If you want to know the reason why this happened, this is injury. Some of it is playing football. And I'd rather take my $15,000 that I would have invested on this and put it in something that's going to grow for my son. That's smart. That's smart for me. I'd rather take the $15,000. It's going to cost you $15,000, $20,000 just to get a little smile on your face. No, I'd rather take that $15,000, $20,000, put it in a couple of investments, and when my son turns 21, he's going to have a nice little beginning for his life, for his adult life. That's me, bro. I don't have to feel good for this. Come on, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was reluctant to do streaming, because I let that get to me. But I said, no, I ain't going to let that get to me. You understand? You know, that's why I can't run. I wouldn't run for office now anyway. That's a thankless public service. You get ridicule. It's all rigged. You know, I got to that point where this country is a uniparty. It's a uniparty. That's what I call it. That's what they call it. The uniparty. It's rigged, bro. The swamp, deep state. I believe in that deep state. The deep state, just like what he shed the light on there, and he's paying for the price for it. And he, you know, but let me tell you something. At least a lot of people open up their eyes now. This is deep state, corrupt state, rigged, you name it. I'm telling you. Yeah. James Farley, the same module, both sensor. Yeah, I know. They'll both have the VA. They both, you can put the VHF modules to it, and that, you know. And I know you said it's pretty good. I have to look into that, but I don't want to, you know, break the bank for VHF module for that. Forget about that. James Farley, I had the Pro 2004 unlock. Oh, okay. Take care, the T Radio 1972. Good night. See you next time. Yep. And Danny Mark LeBlanc, the SAT 800 are my go-to radio. I fully agree. Yeah, I like them both. Of course, when I go to the backyard, I'd rather take that one. It's good. I have it here. It's good. I have it hooked up to my MLA 30. And it's very good. Very good. Very good on medium wave. And hello, Lee. Share the love. Thank you. What do you think about SDRs? SDRs are very, I love SDRs. SDRs changed. For me, SDR is the reason why I would never spend. SDR is the reason why I would never spend $1,200. I'll show you. In this case, I would never spend that much money on this radio. Wideband receiver, blah, 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 blah. It has a nice water. It's a beautiful radio. I would never spend that much money on that radio. Never. Even if I could buy it, even if I could afford it, no. Because this guy does all of that. That's why I love SDRs. Yeah, would that look nice on the table right here? It would look beautiful. It would. It would look nice here, and I tuning in. It would look nice. But I got it all right here. $200. $200. That's why SDR changed the game. And that has an SDR. That has an SDR in it. There, the waterfall and all that. It's an SDR. That is an SDR on a tabletop. But it's $1,698 SDR. This is a $200+ SDR. And so there you go. And that's why I like this one. I would never buy one of those. I would just not worry now. For me, no. At that price range, I'm not even at that price range, way lower price range. I would look at a transceiver. I wouldn't even bother with that. To me, that's you know, you got the money, you want to flex. Yeah, but I'm happy with this guy. I wanted a Perseus, but the Perseus is over. Well, it's almost how old is the? It's old, and the Perseus doesn't drop down in price, even though they came out with a new Perseus. But then now, I would not pay $700 for a Perseus, even the old one. That's just ridiculous. You know, if they would have dropped it down to maybe, at one time, if they would have dropped it down to $300, I would have probably pulled the trigger more on. But I'm not paying to, because this radio, this was good, and then also this one, and that one's wideband. But this is, from what I heard, this is just as good as the Perseus. This one, but this one only goes up to 300 megahertz. So it does VHF. That's it. After no, and not above, no UHF on this one. So this is just HF VHF. 169, I think it is, whatever. But I heard that this one is as good as a Perseus in terms of sensitivity and all that. Actually, they said this one is even better than that one. So I need to use this one more. but that this one basically any of these receivers blow it away in terms of sensitivity. Okay, especially on long wave, and I know that because it does on long wave and medium wave. This is I could say that this is a very good radio, good SDR for that. And this is only 100 and something. I got this one on sale. I think I got it down to 130 something. I think it was on sale. You know, usually around Christmas time, they'll still be on sale. I think I bought mine around Christmas time, and then they'll drop the price on this. But you know, the days of buying these expensive ones, to me, it's more of a, if you have the money and you want to buy it, and you know, because if you look at it, that's SDR. That's SDR. That's SDR. That's SDR. That's what it says, SDR. Me with my sausage fingers, I don't want to deal with that SDR. I don't want to do. For receiver, I'd rather have a big screen and have my SDRs and use the mouse. Works for me. And it's just as good as that. You know. And also your antenna. I think your antenna is very important. And you got the MLA 30 Plus, that's a good antenna. That's a very good antenna. Shortwave, Shortwave is a very good antenna. You know, I got the MFJ T86 loop, which is a good antenna too. I also have 3 MLA 30s. They're all good antennas. You know, and then for VHF, UHF, I have my Discone, which is pretty good too. So there you go. So I am going to sign off now. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'll see you soon. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Good night, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.